Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here today. Hello, Cisco. Hello, Connor. Anordil. Tara. How you doing? Wildy. How you doing, Noworthy Nerd? Thank you for joining. Sindine Milk Toasting. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for joining me here today. Ah, shit. I just realized I didn't change the name of my stream title. Oh well, that's okay. NBD. Honestly, we could just research and test new mods today. Sakaletius, how you doing? In fact, maybe we'll go through your list, my friend, because there's a lot of gems in there. I was torn today between doing more mod research, which is, in my opinion, probably the most fun thing. And also, we've got some work to do on 4.0.7 for Legendary Edition, where I'm working on a bug fixing patch. You can see our sprint for that if you'd like. Hey Hazard, how you doing? Who's that? For a second I thought that was Mindy Kaling. I added the chat to the streams, and I'm just now seeing that if the text is white, then you can't see it if the background is also white. Wonderful. Plot, how you doing? Look at this beautiful sprint that my team was so kind as to populate for me. A lot of issues. However, a lot of them won't be super tough. And if we don't work on this today, then I'll work on it either tomorrow or in Thursday's stream. Oh shit. Oh, I can't. I gotta get it off of there, Connor. Oh no. Is there a Jira dark mode? I bet you there is. Look there, now you can see it. See, I thought I was so clever putting my chat on the actual VOD. Not if it's a white background. Hey Tyler, how you doing? It is the Belmont boy. Welp. Let's see here. Oh, how's the music coming through? Is it too loud? Why don't we do this? Why don't we, since I'm not really set up, I have a development build ready to go for 4.0.7, but I'm just not quite feeling it. Maybe it'll change. It's a 3-hour stream, so we got plenty of time. How about this? In the meantime, we'll just keep focusing on more mods and things like that. That way the title is still accurate. Can't hear the music? Alright, let's pop it up a little bit. Turned it down. Just a nice little BG. You know what I'm saying? And turn it down on my end. Oh, I've got a headache. Hopefully this coffee will help. Tyler might recognize this coffee mug. He gave it to me from an amazing game. Little old game by the name of Celeste. You probably never heard of it. It's a, real tiny indie title that nobody's played, clearly. And it's all about collecting oranges on your way down into, like, a cave as far as you can go. We got, always prefer BB. Please feel free to call me BB. Call me whatever you like. Good that there is structure. Well done, Hazard. No, Belmont Boy was the original dev who left the project. Dylan Perry took over recently, and I've been trying to fill BB's big shoes. It's tough, Bridge baby. That's what they call me in my bridge group down at the local old folks home. They call me the bridge baby because every time I lose or win, I start to cry. Let's see here. Well, okay. Sacrilegious, why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and pop open. Well, okay, I still got some mods to evaluate myself. So here's a funny thing. Noteworthy, thanks for stopping by Bay's 4-year stream anniversary. Of course, the least that I can do. I went and saw Balian's VOD. It's 24 hours long. I don't know how he did that. Did he at least, like, nap or sleep for some part of that? Because if not, my god. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, I wanted to go here. We can check out Chantry, College of Winterhold texture. I was looking for a retexture. That's nuts. Straight through, huh? G Fuel. Got it. Gamer Fuel. As my boy Psychic Pebbles likes to say. As a gamer, you got your orange juice in one hand, you got your celery sticks in the other, and you're ready to game, you know? Add an LOD. So I've got some mods that I've been downloading that we can experiment with. Oh, you guys want to take a look at Whiterun? I've been trying to figure out, the Whiterun accoutrements in the same way that we were looking at Solitude last week. And I think it looks really nice. Between Dark's Whiterun Market and then also... What was the other one that I added in there? Wasn't there another one? I swear that there was, but my brain's not really working at. I was up. I like to work at night. I've mentioned this before to you guys, I think. I work far better at night, I think, just because I'm easily distracted. And there's not as many distractions at night. Noteworthy nerd, heck yeah. How close are you to affiliate? The only requirement that I don't have is the streaming for 7 days in 37 days out of the last 30. So, by the end of this week, I should have it, because all the other requirements I have met, thankfully. That was my original plan. My original plan was to use my old account, the Belmont Boy one, since that one already has affiliate. But it wouldn't let me change my name anymore, and I was afraid that the name that I wanted would get taken, so I just made this one. I get a second wind around 9 p.m., which sucks, but my prime work time is usually after coffee in the morning, circa 10 a.m. I totally feel you, Cindy. I don't know. I've started to read this book. I'm barely into it, like, at all. Like, introductory level. I started to read this book that was recommended to Liz and I by Liz's boss. It's called Why We Sleep. I believe it covers people's kind of predispositions to working at certain times of the day. It's hard for... I don't know what the book is going to say. I believe that's kind of the topic of it. It's hard for me to say whether it's something innate or whether it's learned. Maybe there's an element of both, nature and nurture there. I know that Liz has always worked extremely well in the early mornings, and she says it's for the same reason I work well in the evening, where there's just no one around and everyone's asleep. It kind of allows her to focus. But she's been doing that since she was little, because she was a competitive figure skater, and she would wake up very early for most of her childhood and all the way up through high school. So that's what makes me... It makes me wonder, is like, if I just kept trying to wake up in the mornings or kept trying to work primarily in the middle of the day, like, would I get better at it? Probably. But it's a question of whether it's worth kind of forcing that when I have kind of a system that already works for me, more or less. Anyway, let's turn that on. Sacrilegious, I'm adding some new Bruma display items to my LOTD Bruma patch. Dank, you do what works, my man. I'm trying to figure out exactly what works for me. I think it would be preferable to work during the day, at least in terms of just aligning with the rest of society. It's not quite so important right now, I suppose, when everyone's schedule is kind of all over the place. But in general, there are obvious benefits to, kind of fitting a 9 to 5, I guess you'd say, as closely as possible. However, more and more people, I think, nowadays are working pretty much whenever. You got plenty of people who are doing stuff all the way through the night. Noteworthy says, I worked a 12-hour shift, 8:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. right out of college. I liked working at night, but my body did not. See, that's something that I experience as well. I'm going to turn this audio down a little bit. Sunrise of Flutes. I really enjoy working at night, but I'm not sure if my body does. I don't know if it's a matter of getting a certain amount of sleep, but I didn't get that much sleep last night. I'm a little tired today. I was up till like 3:30 approximately. That's when I got into bed. And I woke up a little bit ago, maybe about like an hour and a half ago. Did third shift for a few months, wasn't doing so hot those months. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see what that book says, you know? See what the science behind it is, so to speak. Noteworthy same, I have generalized anxiety that comes and goes, and that night shift wreaked havoc on my GAD. I can imagine. I know that sleep and sleep schedules are very impactful on my own anxiety as well. I think just keeping a balance has been the most helpful, but I don't know. It's something that I'm still actively trying to figure out, so I don't want to give advice when I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what the heck. We all just are trying to figure it out, I suppose. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop open Sacroletius's mods. So here's a funny thing. I started to say this. Oh, we can test out the new improved camera. That would be good. Hold up. So there is, for those of you who don't know, there is a unofficial port, or I'm not quite sure, maybe a rebuild of improved camera, which is what allows you to see your, oh, I got sleep in my eyes. Allows you to see your character's body in first person, right? The regular mod has not been, I think enhanced camera was the OG on Legendary Edition. It's not been ported yet thus far. It's a pretty complex mod. But there is improved camera, and this is a beta. I've used it before and found it a little, it worked well. There was just like, there was like a head bob element that I was trying to get rid of. And I saw some comments where there's like any changes that you can make. So I'm going to see if I can't do that and see if I can't smooth out those elements that I was not a huge fan of. 12-hour shifts over time equals burnout. Yeah, that is true. I think no matter when you do the shifts. Worked at night a lot until I had a kid. Now my brain is too dumb after midnight to function. I imagine that it's like when you're putting so much effort into your kid, it's like having a child just drains you of all, like you'll go right to bed, I'm sure, pretty much whenever you can. In my 20s, I worked 15 to 17 hours a day for 3 months straight. That is no good. I'll say that third shift was because of a complete revamp of our Micro Center store. My coworkers and I had the best times during it all. Wouldn't trade that time for anything. Still friends with those dudes today, and it's been 5+ years. That is really nice. Liz and I talk about this all the time. It's when you work somewhere with people, it's just such a big difference in your general like enjoyment and satisfaction day to day when you have coworkers that you care about. I mean, it's obvious, I suppose. It is, but geez, it's like when you work with, like conversely, when you work with coworkers that suck, it's just so draining. Big problem there. Okay, where is my saved posts? Why is that saved? I just have a bunch of Animal Crossing inspiration posts saved. I thought I saved it. Hold up. I can find it. Let's go improved camera. Camera SSE. There's a Reddit thread. I know there is. Where is this any setting? Update any file. Well, I don't know. Not seeing it. When you work with coworkers that are as big of giant nerds as you are, things just go so smoothly. Oh, I'm sure. My best friend worked at Micro Center. 2 of my closest friends work at their HQ here in Central Ohio. Rad, complete burnout. Did not recognize myself for years afterwards before I got the fire back. Dude, it makes a big difference. It has a big impact. I talked a little bit about that in one of the other streams about the 4.0 burnout. And like it took me like months to bounce back. And like, I don't know, that was the, maybe after months I was kind of back at like 85%, and then that remaining 15 took a bit longer. Minecraft Infinite. Yes, testing new mods today. That's Alan, I believe. My new 4K document scanner arrived today that doubles as my streaming camera. Nice. That's the best. That's why people burn out, because you have such darn fun until you don't anymore. I mean, honestly, that's kind of me with working a lot of the time. I do enjoy what I do a lot of the time, and I'll get down these rabbit holes. And it gets rough. Because it's like you're having fun. You're like, oh, I just want to do this next thing. And then you end up just staying up too late, working too much. First person body. Let's find head bob. Can I use my control find? No, I cannot. Not in here. I thought I could. Used to be able to. You guys seeing this? I feel like it'd be first person shadows, of course. That's one of the real dank features. Oh, I have a headache. I got a new standing pad. I'll be using that today. It's pretty cool. It's a playground for your feet, as it's described. But it is rad, actually. You can kind of stretch your legs and play around standing in different positions. First person scripted, first person camera, FOV override. That's all correct. Yeah, head bob. Enables the head bob position setting, match the camera. Okay. Here's what we're going to try and do here. We're going to make all of these 0. No head bob, please, just to see how that goes. You guys want to see some Whiterun? I saw someone comment that. Cisco. Let's go look at Whiterun. You can see it with open cities as well. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. When you have... Maybe I'll turn on settlements expanded as well. Okay. Let's give that a nice save. Let's see what we got. I'm kind of right up against the limit here. We got some better dynamic snow that we can look at. Whistling Mine should not be enabled for right now. I got all this solitude goodness. Where's my settlements expanded? Here we go. Sure. Give me all these bad boys. I need enhanced landscape. Should we throw that on as well? Always causes us all different kinds of edit problems. Oh, these are legitimate ESPs though. Alright. Solian, see, we don't need those for right now. Come here, enhanced landscapes. There you go. There it is. Oh, excuse me. We got a bunch of other stuff. We'll go coffee. Isn't it like noon or something in Cali for BB? It is. But when you wake up at... Oh, sorry, I keep stretching. When you wake up at 11, it's still kind of like morning, you know? Have I had my coffee yet? Here's my coffee right here. Yeah, I do kind of get headaches from the caffeine sometimes, it feels. All right. And let's also go and check out the Chantry textures. I was looking for a retexture of the college, and this one looks really cool. It actually kind of addresses an issue that I've had with the college in general, which is that it feels a little cold. I mean literally it feels cold because of the snow, but the grounds, just the color of the stone and just the general feel to me kind of keeps it from feeling homey and kind of cozy, for lack of a better term. It's something that I kind of try to create, depending on the feel, of course, and like where we're talking about. But I try to create, a certain theme or a certain feel for different areas using visuals and textures and stuff like that. It's obviously A lot of people do that kind of thing. And for the college, I kind of wanted when we have so many mods that are going to encourage you to spend more time living in the college, and with Ultimate Skyrim's different mechanics for role-playing and, just kind of passing time and existing within the world, I wanted to give the college a little bit more of a homey feel and just give it a slightly warmer feeling to it, that made you want to hang out there and hang out with your classmates and go to classes and just have it feel like a place in which you're kind of safe and like an institute of learning, if that makes sense. So we'll see if the Chantry does that. There's actually not a whole lot of retextures of the college, at least not standalone. I mean, of course, they're covered by a lot of the larger mods, which is good. Always like I looked at I use Noble as kind of a base. Most of the textures are overwritten by other texture mods, but I have Noble in there because I think it's a very solid basis. And for any textures that aren't included in other texture overhauls, Noble does a good job of kind of covering those ones so that you get a general level of sharpness and polish across everything. What did I have for breakfast? Drink tea. I had a bagel for breakfast. I kind of just threw it together real fast. Danny, hello. Hope you haven't missed too much. You haven't missed really anything, really. You've just been chatting. Really, really. Yeah, I was just talking about how much I hate Skyrim. It's just a big old bummer, Did I turn on... Oh, so improved camera doesn't have an ESP, or it does? I'm going to unlock this once again. Don't try this at home. Come on. I got some sounds to mess around with. I don't think I'm going to end up going with this Dark Souls one. I just wanted to throw it in there to try it out. I guess it's just all SKC, huh? I have, you can see here, a lot of different mods to test and to download. That's not so many, excuse me. What is this? This many. Oh, I can't select them all at once. But, so I got these ones to evaluate. I've got I'm going to go through Sacroletius's mod list. I've got my own accumulated list of mods to go through. I wanted to take a look at Total Skyrim overhaul as well, because Total knows about a lot of mods that I don't. He's really plugged into like weapons and armor, especially. Very cool like models and stuff in that vein, and just some other ones that I'm sure I don't know about, so I wanted to go through there. And as far as I know, that should be it for the big... Oh, and then the vanilla hair replacer, like I said in the last stream, that mod has been really useful for teaching me new mods, and I'm glad that I found it when I did, because the author, Priam, has actually instituted a new method that's simpler for patching people's face gen and whatever, so he doesn't have to make these individual patches anymore, or they don't have to. I don't know if it's a he. And that means they probably won't maintain these massive list of patches that have been teaching me about all these new mods that I didn't know about. But it's also way easier. I looked at the method and it's way better. Danny says, are you using improved camera beta 5? Believe it was exclusively uploaded in a Reddit thread by the author. I'm using beta 4, which also was exclusively uploaded in the Reddit thread. But I'm not sure. Alan, any Starthal overhauls? Yes, I believe there's at least the mod that adds the Greater Sarthal, I believe it's called, right? That kind of expands the area around it. I don't know if it touches the interior, though. JS says, are you using improved camera? Oh, sorry. I got that wrong. Did you make any decisions on which horse mod you'll be using? I haven't really gone into it any more than previously. Immersive horses is the ye old standby, the one that we've been using for forever, and I would be, perfectly happy to use that one. I would like to try convenient horses just because I really like that idea of bonding with your horse. I wanted to add some depth and progression to that a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know what the common knowledge is on. Oh God, man! Normally I get 144 FPS in these menus all the time. Is that just because of the stream? The convenient horses no longer has a menu to use, whereas immersive horses does. Do you mean in-game menu? Danny, might have been beta 4 I was thinking of then. Yeah, I believe so. I don't think there's a beta 5. But I could be wrong. The in-game menu for your horse, I mean, really the only reason that I use the immersive horses menus, because that's how it's built. That's how it's set up its features to be managed. If they find a better menu-less way to manage the features, then I'm fine with that. Oh shit, Anordil. What's the name of the hair mod? So Vanilla Hair Replacer is the one that I'm talking about. It's sort of a hair mod. It's more just a replacer for all of the vanilla hairstyles with hairstyles from things like KS hairdos and Apache. I'm not actually sure if there's Apache in there, but it's just I said this in the last stream too. The other the vanilla hair models alongside any sort of improved hair models, they're just pretty rough. They look kind of silly no matter which hair retextures you use. Alan says, can a mod be used to change the main menu screen? Absolutely, and that's something I plan to do. Little La, you have not missed much at all. JS Brando, I've been trying to get used to convenient horses, but it hasn't been easy. Well, I mean, I know immersive horses speaks for itself. I've used it forever. It works well. These frame rates are not good. Kind of makes me, you know what? Here, guys, I might do this real fast. Immersive horses does allow for spell casting on horseback. Sakura. I'm going to close this Chrome window. And do I have anything else that's memory intensive? Say goodbye to the music for now. Close this. And I'm going to close... I got Telegram here. Close that up. And then maybe that'll help, but maybe not. I don't know. Are we still running? I think I'm doing not borderless full screen right now. Whatever you choose, but just give me my input now while it's not too late. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm always looking for people's experiences, essentially playtesting data, you know? Otherwise, it's just, I test things, the team tests things, and there are only so many man hours in the day. Are those just continuing, or are they replaying because I alt-tabbed? Whatever, let's find out. It's a big difference between having Chrome in the background up versus having it minimized. It's quite annoying. Yeah, it's a... Oh, Cindy, still depends on if you're using NVENC or X264, since Skyrim with mods will be CPU intensive. Might be worth swapping to NVENC if you have an NVIDIA card. I believe that's what I have running. Why don't we just double check real fast in OBS? Just a real quick verification of my settings. It's NVIDIA's inherent encoding peon. I guess. Okay, yep. I'm using NVENC H264. So I think that's the best I can do. I am hopefully getting a new card soon. We'll see. It's a stretch purchase, and I'm not super keen on spending money right now in the middle of coronavirus. You know, I'm kind of barely in the black, and I like to save versus spend. But I mean, it is a work investment. The other thing I'm slightly concerned about is that I'm trying to balance the performance around my current config, because it's powerful, it's not crazy powerful, and I think that that's a good kind of baseline to use. Let's see. How do I tell what I have? Also, Peon, if you have an NVIDIA card that is relatively new, then you likely have the capability to use NVENC as your encoder. It's just a setting that you choose in like OBS or whatever it is you use. Or, I mean, a lot of applications, editing applications, GPU-based applications will offer you the ability to use it, like Premiere, After Effects, things like that. Let's see here. Did you end up checking out the strange runes? Oh, beautiful. Where am I right now? Looks like I'm in Rorikstead. Okay, so... Oh, well, I'm a little clipping. That can always be fixed, likely with any settings. So it definitely adds a little bit of weight to your movement, which is kind of cool. So I can't just, like, you know, stick and move the way that I normally can. That is... I wonder why that's happening. Just my field of view should be... If I pop it in a little bit, I'm sure it'd work. Like this, then we won't get it. Field of view 80. It Alright, chill out, bro. Oh, a little hey Dylan, have you checked out the Dear Diary Sky UI Replacer? It's a cool mod in general. What I think might be very interesting to you is its loading screen text box replacer. The mod has an installer, so you can just install the loading screen text boxes if you want. The text boxes look really nice, are centered on the load screen like Oblivion, and are an amazing fit with the 2D load screen art. I will definitely check that out, little The Dear Diary Sky UI Replacer, I have looked at it. I think it is incredible. Oh, well, I'm still getting some weirdness here. Look at that. It's terrifying. Maybe it's like I'm leaning in too far during my run cycle. Oh, and I can still do this in third person, so that's a little strange. Kind of makes first person less effective. Big problem, though, is you just want to be able to have first person horseback, right? I think that Dear Diary Sky UI Replacer in general is really wonderful work. I don't know if it's quite my style, in particular the whole of it, but like anything Elsopa does, it's really, really nice, and I will definitely check that out. In fact, here, let me write it down so I don't forget. Oh, I got so much cat hair on me. Say, Dear Diary UI load screen. That ought to do it. I'll remember. Thank you for the heads up. Okay, what are we doing? We're checking out Whiterun, right? My favorite part of Dear Diary is actually the main menu. I don't use the other parts. When it comes to UX, UI stuff, I'm very particular. Got a 1070. Is it only useful if you're using OBS or something? Well, yeah, so in NVENC, it's specifically for encoding. This is kind of annoying me, actually. You know what? I think for now, wow. Beautiful. I'm going to save. I'll mess with that on my own time. I don't want to have to deal with the body clipping in and out. Also, it's so hot in here. Excuse me while I open up the window real fast. So the only reason you really need NVENC is if you are doing something that requires video encoding. So that would be editing. It would be using applications like Premiere, you know, and After Effects. It would be streaming, recording, anything that requires video encoding specifically. For standard use, it's not used. There we go. You know what? Let's stand up for a little bit. Put this new pad to work. Dun, 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 dun. My favorite part of Dear Diary is the main menu. Depends on what game you play. Lots of variables. P on the main menu. Background image is so nice. Yeah, see, that's easy to replace. You can make that into whatever you want. Well, I say easy. It's Bethesda easy. It's always got some sort of weirdness to it, right? But it's not too bad. I have a template that I've made for doing that. Dylan was covered in cat hair, despite not actually owning a cat. I own 2 cats. Thank you very much. Is that a quote from something that sounds familiar? What is that? Real goofy, standing desk nice. Supposed to get a new desk in the mail, but they somehow lost the desk. That is impressive. You can combine Dear Diary with Oblivion icons and widget. It looks really nice. Yeah, see, for me, it's like, it looks a little busy to me. I think just with all the different colors and stuff going on, it's kind of a bit much for me. I understand that it's people have different styles and things of that nature. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we're going to, what is this icon? Did I pin an additional mod organ? Oh, that's my other one, the Wraithen build. All right, so let's get rid of this. And is there anything else that we'd like to enable in the meantime? Anything else that we can just test real quick? Winterhold Beacon. These are fun. I got some first-person candlelight fix. Got some player homes, Halo Light. These are all things that I'm sure are just going to work fine, like small tweaks. Oh, here's what we can do. So I'm looking at Sounds of Skyrim, and I want to see the differences between Arthmore's version and the Sands of Time team's version. Let's try this one out. Which one? I don't know which one's which here. This one is... I actually don't know. Compatibility patch for blah, 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 blah. Cathedral, climate, September, Dolomite. Oh, you guys can see the new snow textures. I got better dynamic snow and Nordic snow in there, and I think it looks really nice. So since we'll be in Winterhold anyway, immersive citizens, enhanced lighting for EMB. It looks like it's auto-detecting as is. So I can throw those in there as long as they're ESL flagged. Next, LFX patches, don't need those. Important information about patches, up to you to resolve. This strikes me as Arthmore. It's like pretty well written. I understand. Also strikes me as Arthmore trying to encourage people to read stuff. You can buy a deer standing desk. How do you lose a damn desk? No clues. An 80-pound thing and a nice L desk at that. That is rough. I don't know how. I mean, times are tough. Corona, but that's impressive. Okay. Sounds of Sky. I think this is Arthmore's. Let's find out. Oh, I was wrong. This is the, what's it called? The Sands of Time, the Tony Cubed version. Well, let's test it. Kind of what I want to verify here is how... oh, and of course, they're ESL flagged. Thank you guys so much. Tony Cubed and Sounds of Time. Sands of Time. Sounds of Time. I want to see how configurable these ones are because I really like Sounds of Skyrim in general. There are definitely sounds that are very immersion breaking for me, like the when you're in town or like in taverns, there's like these very distinct like voice line audio files that are just very clearly not originating from any actual actors. I agree, BB, on the busyness. Sorry. Wow, busyness is spelled the exact same as business, isn't it? Luckily, if people want to add it themselves, it's just drop in and play. That is true, Peon. My personal UI, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for US because it's a little bit inconsistent. It's a mix of Dear Diary and the recent Adventurer UI replacer. It's more subtle than Dear Diary, so has some of the nice accents on certain menus. I hear you. Nothing can be as immersion-breaking as the Ashlands goat from Morrowind. I don't remember the Ashlands goat from Morrowind. Although, to be fair, when I was a kid, I didn't spend that much time in the Ashlands because I wasn't good enough to get there, to make a character who could survive there. Sky UI Survival adds useful utility to the menu. Total weight column, various item stats, configurable column order, and width. Yeah, that is a... Sky UI Survival is for sure big old necessity. Oh, I need like a caffeine pill or something. I'll go and grab my Diet Coke that I got waiting. It's literally a goat sound out of nowhere. I call it the wild and elusive Ashlands goat. Oh, so it's a goat sound with no goat. I understand. Yeah, that's exactly the sort of problem that I'm talking about. It's just like it's just a bit too much, you know? Oh, actually, this is one fun side effect of Open Cities as we were looking at it in the last video, is that you can hear... actual sounds coming from like if you're in Windhelm, for example, you can hear people working at the docks and stuff. Pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's the reason I don't use Dear Diary. Sky UI Survival doesn't work with it. Yeah, for me, it's also consistency is very important. If you have elements of the UI that have a certain style and then other elements that don't, I just like, ugh, it bothers me. By the way, Dylan, since this is my first time chatting here, been lurking on a few streams, just wanted to say a big shout out of appreciation for you and all your team's amazing hard work. Thank you, Little Law. Much appreciated. Sindine as well. We really do appreciate it. It's a labor of love, I assure you. I'm very lucky to be able to do this. Come on, baby. Oh, here, let me close this up. My OBS settings. Come on, baby. You got it. You can do it. Takes a long time to load now. Got a lot of textures. Got a lot of assets. It's probably only going to be more, so it's going to continue to take even longer to load. I don't think it matters all that much. Excuse me. If I'm on I'm on a solid state. It might be faster if my solid state is internal, because this one's external. I don't know. It'd be worth experimenting with. Siam, how you doing? I really need a PC upgrade to be able to play this again. Ultimate Skyrim is literally my favorite game. I'd live there if I could. It's very sweet of you to say. There are places that I might live in Skyrim. It's like how I feel. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna take a nap after this. There is, sometimes I think about some of my favorite like historical periods. I'm sure ones that I've like romanticized, but just history is interesting. It'd be interesting to live at certain times, and then I remember that I remember the life expectancy. But hey, maybe just living a shorter amount of time makes you appreciate it even more, maybe. See, it seems like it takes too long. Like I've had heavily modded SE builds, none took that long. I don't know. It's like when it's streaming, maybe it takes a little bit longer, but it takes a long time. And when I have all the mods not loaded, it's like, up. Hazard, are you using private profile redirector? Yes, I am. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll take take fewer long on other people's machines. Noteworthy nerd, external using what interface? USB 3. It is USB 3, but it's a USB-C connector to a USB 2. Older B. Yeah, B connector. So I don't know if that affects it. Also, my case is a little weird and old, so I don't really trust that it's routing data, super well or whatever. Vortex, do you stream yourself playing US? Not at the moment, really. I mean, play testing, but I'm kind of in the middle of development at the moment, so not a whole lot of actual, just straight up gameplay, I would say. But I will later. There's pretty long-lived beings in Skyrim. That is true. So you wouldn't necessarily die immediately. Big chance, though. Yes, perhaps a higher chance, but you can live for far longer than you would IRL if you're careful and if you are like an elf. A certain race. I'll just go and I'll live to be 400 and I'll live in a giant mushroom and I'll make it so that only people who can levitate can visit me. Sounds grand. Talk about alone time. If I'm in Skyrim, I'm not an old-ass Telvanni wizard. Realistically, I'm one of those dead alchemists with a note like, wow, this looks dangerous. Gonna check it out. Yes, exactly, milk toasting. I think you and I are in the same boat there. Wow, that loading screen artwork, that was pretty. Oh, Hazard, you can't talk about the yawning. It's gonna make me do it more. Ah! Ah! Totally didn't yawn. I don't know if I want to live in a place without antibiotics. Exactly. Although, maybe restoration magic. Just Wildy is on a streaming streak. Highly entertaining. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think highest theoretical speed with that setup is only 480 megabytes, megabits per second. If I'm understanding correctly, you'd be better off with a mechanical drive if you were using SATA. Oh, sick. Well, then that's probably why. I need to get it loaded. It's really nice having everything on the external, because then I can move it from my computer to my laptop. Every time Bethesda sees an Ultimate Skyrim update, they postpone their next game. Hazard, you dead. Oh! Whoa, shit. Oh my god. I'm falling backwards too. I tripped over my new mat. I don't get notifications for Wildy for some reason. Very upsetting, but his stuff is great when I do manage to catch it. Yeah, I need to do that myself. I need to subscribe or follow or whatever it's called. No vitality mode, please. No, thank you. Why is Matt on the floor? I don't know. What are you doing down there, Matt? We're gonna name. No. I'm gonna design one for this one. We're gonna go race. We're gonna go high elf. We don't do high elf that often. Of course, it's gonna be a lady. And unfortunately, we got this hood there, so I can't see the hairs super well. Wow. Now that's a hairstyle. Okay, definitely this one. Her name is gonna be Legere. What does that mean? Noteworthy. Did you know contagious yawning is an empathetic response? Psychopaths are immune to it. Whoa. That's crazy. I guess I'm not a psychopath. That's good to know. I wonder which Daedra cursed the citizens of Skyrim. Although, to be fair, this is not really... I don't know if it counts as empathetic yawning if someone says the word yawn and it... Oh my god, it's doing it again. I'm resisting. I wonder which Daedra cursed the citizens of Skyrim to only pick up a pen and write their thoughts down moments before their death. It's like a reverse death note. No kidding. You know, canonically, in universe, it is supposed to be very common for people to write...
I'm still waiting for her to come home.
Sorry, bro. I have not, and that's very sad. Canonically, it is supposed to be practically a religious mandate for citizens of Tamriel to write down like their lives and chronicle what's going on. It's something to do with the Aedra giving their lives for people and some blah blah blah. You're supposed to record what's going on in order to maintain like a consistent history, essentially, and let your soul be immortal. Oh, you guys hear those woodpecker sounds? Very cool. Okay. When you hit affiliate, you need a yawn emote. Make like a Resident Dylan or something. I am very down. Listen to those seagulls. What's up, brah?
Yes?
Wolf the Watcher. Make a quick save. Right quick. We'll test out some of these Sounds of Skyrim sounds. Mod configuration. Probably Sounds of Sky SOS. Oh, it's individual. I don't believe Arthmore's is like that, but I don't know for sure. Select disable basements, cats, city activity, city crowds. There's people chatting. Oh, this is like exactly what I'm looking for. Burping and fighting in the main cities. Very cool. I like this a lot. So we're not going to disable any for right now, and then we'll just kind of run around. Okay. Let's take a vote, guys. Would you like to see Whiterun first? Do you want to see Winterhold retexture? Which are we going to evaluate? First person to answer is what I'm going with. Whiterun. There it is. Oh, shit. Too slow, Hazard. Whiterun it is. There's not a ton to show off. Let's see. Whiterun exterior 01. Wow, more votes for Winterhold than Whiterun. We're just gonna be looking at Dark's Market, things of that nature. There's gonna be so much fucking cool stuff in all the cities. I swear. I'm so stoked. Connor says, I think you missed the mark, guys. Just keep voting, you know. Why not? Oh, God. I don't like napping either. I don't know if you guys feel like this. I've never liked napping. It always just feels like I lose like a big old chunk of my day, and like I just can't bounce back, I guess, really. What's up, Uthgerd? I like your kind of crow's feet. Is that what they call them here? That hair is a bit pretty for Uthgerd's personality, I think. But otherwise, very cool. Check it out. We got this beautiful market. We got a bunch of shit going on. We got way too much grass. We got to fix that. But we got immersive settlements. You got to add a bunch of improvements. Oh, that's what it was. Holds, when combined with this area, is just real pretty and nice. And I really love this, what's it called? Up here, right? This beautiful little inn is actually in the same spot as the Holds stables, so I'm gonna have to move those around, but I really like it. Connor says Whiterun exterior market. Yes, it was in 3.4, Connor, or at least partially. It's like the early version, the immersive Whiterun version. This one has some changes and some updates to it. Just kind of fills out the area a bit more. When combined with Holds, I think it'll be quite the scene. And it's really nice because, so over here we have, you guys want to see one of the schools? I believe I have that enabled right now. Is this it? Yes. Okay, check this out. This is super cool. Excuse me. Hello. Ah. Hoi. The School of Knowledge and Youth. Always like having buildings outside the city walls. Yes, me too, Connor. Are you using landscape fixes for grass mods? I am, Odin, but it's not like you can throw them in there. There's no way it's going to be able to account for all the different mods that we have installed, and some of its edits will be overwritten no matter what, or it'll overwrite some other important edits. Check it out. Look at our beautiful school here. Just thought this was so nice, and no static clutter as far as I can tell. Everything is nice and pick-upable, interact with-able. Very cool. Napping can't do it. Find it so hard to get the sweet spot on napping. I'll either oversleep and feel like crap or undersleep and just be drowsy. That's what I mean. It's like the cost versus benefit to me just is not great. Yozi, what's your current city and town setup? So I actually added commands to the chat bot. If you guys are interested, you can hit exclamation point mods to see a full just paste bin of what's running right now. But on the whole, we have the actual cities themselves are JK's plus Dawn of Skyrim, plus some just like proprietary edits and some little things here and there. That's a completely separate mod that adds schools. We got Holds out here, is actually not active right now, but will be later. We got Dark's Whiterun Market. Enhanced Landscapes is making some changes to the landscape, so that's obviously not really the city. This is an interesting one. I don't know if this is supposed to be a building that's interactable, but it's not. So, oops, it could be a conflict that's happening right now. I hear a puppy barking. There's a bunch of other ones too. I can't really remember all of them. I should probably make a list. Noteworthy. How do people do that? Do they make like a commands list? Oh, looks like we got a weird nav mesh issue. Everyone's trying to either that or they really see something in there. What are you guys looking at? What's going on in there? That sounds great. I am tired. Oh look, Adrienne. Yeah, you're supposed to be over here. Got our beautiful... Oh yeah? Is that so? Got this beautiful Whiterun. We've seen this a bit before, I think, right? But it's just so cool because you can... Oh, and I downloaded a mod. Someone recommended to me. Excuse me. What are you doing? Is there supposed to be like a... Oh, I'm stuck on it too. Oh no, wait, that's the chicken. Excuse me. Get on out of there. Weird. I wonder why it's floating up like that. Does anything go on in the school, or is it flavor? The kids will go to and from the school most days of the week. It's incorporated with their AI packages. They actually do go there. I don't know if there's any sort of, you know, like they probably just sit there and appear to be working more or less, but it is slightly more than flavor. Hoi! Can I jump out here? Ah, I can. I think Arthmore took care of that. Real nice. You got immersive settlements, fills out a lot of these down here. So does holds, which is nice and dank. You got some additional stuff going on. This whole area is going to be pretty filled up. We got some farms. I hear birds. Guys, what do you think? I want to see if we can hit one of these birds. You can hit them. I have done it. It's not easy, but you can do it. I have... Okay. Let's see. Oh, shit. Fuck! Not even close. Not even close, baby. Real nice. What a beautiful day. Oh, here. Let me turn off my... This is a really cool mod, by the way. Dynavision. It's kind of a faux depth of field. It's a little sharper if you turn it off. It's really nice, though. Much better. Well, the effect, the visual effect is not quite as nice as if you're using it with like an EMB or something like that, right? But the performance cost is significantly better. What are the plans for modded children, since currently they are still ugly? Are they ugly? I got RS children in there. My knowledge is that's kind of the preeminent, what's it called? Oh, shit. Children editing mod. I thought they looked pretty nice. Oh. Not even close. Can be somewhat against open cities for the frame rate hit, but seeing you jump out of the city like that is definitely very cool. I agree, Peon. I think it's on special edition, like don't get me wrong, there is a frame rate hit, most definitely. To me, it's worth it. I think that on the whole, like I was talking with Sacroletius about this during his stream, since cities on the whole are not quite as action oriented as other areas of the game, it's one of these cardinals everywhere. Still missing. Jeez, how many were there? A family of cardinals. Oh, missed. No good. What was this? Got distracted trying to shoot at birds. Since they're not as intense, I'd say, as many other areas, I feel like it's a little okay, you know? Uh-oh. What's going on? What are you guys shooting at? Oh, bandits? Not my problem. Not my chair, not my problem. That's what I always say. Oh, do you mean in oh, I'm sorry, Cindy. I'm talking about this version, not the current Ultimate Skyrim 4 Legendary Edition. So yes, I guess to answer your question, it's improved. Here we go. Look at these immersive settlements. What's up, Miss Lady?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Trinkets, odds and ends.
Really, it looks more like you have food. Look at all this. I can't wait to go make a pass through, not make a pass, it's a different expression. Do a pass on all the different merchants. Fuck off, Cicero. And really customize their inventories. I'm very excited to do that. So you can see here, here's like a... Oh, that's not a good name.
Yes.
Yes. He's not supposed to have blackface like that, but his face has been edited, I'm sure. Little Odile just popped into my head while you're talking about towns and cities. Have you checked out the recent Great Villages series that uses new custom building meshes? The Old Holden one is one of the best village overhauls I've seen because of how darn charming that unique InDesign is. I have seen that Little and I do like that InDesign for Old Holden in particular. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it because I actually really like the InDesign that we've already got in there, like some of the changes to the vanilla world space or cell on the inside, but I do think it's very cool. The Great Cities mods in general, I think, are really an incredible effort. I don't know if I'll be using that alongside kind of what I have otherwise, but maybe. Is that a frostbite spider that I heard? Yeah, so I really like these snow graphics. I think they work. In fact, here. So we saw Whiterun briefly, right? Let's go ahead and pop over to Winterhold. You guys can see what the snow looks like alongside the majestic mountains. If you ask me, it's real beautiful. If you want them to look at least a little bit better on LAUS, you can install Rust Children. It's just texture, so it's compatible out of the box. Maybe Peon. I mean, that wouldn't be super tough. Oh my god. Oh, chapstick. Please. So I really like this. I like that the roads are just kind of like covered in snow. It kind of was confusing to me as to why they weren't before. But check this out. Rustic Children. Gotcha. Whoop. So the better dynamic snow combined with Nordic, I think looks really nice. Of course, here we have, I believe these are Matthie's steps, which is, anything Matthie does is just beautiful, beautiful. Oftentimes a performance hit, like with 3D trees especially. But just, in my mind, inarguably gorgeous. Here you go. Yes. Gamwich is the entire Rustic series. So I think the tricky part here was finding a snow texture that actually blends well with some of the other assets. Sometimes you would get kind of strange discoloration where, you know, you'd get like your majestic mountain snow cover and then your ground snow cover, and they would be like a slightly different color. Or you would get just kind of some strangeness. Hello. Lorexus albumen. I don't know where he's coming from. What about you? Doesn't say. So here you go. The beautiful frozen north. This actually looks pretty good. And this is with no Dindulod. Dindu-LOD. How do people pronounce that? I like Dindulod. I just go with Michael from Game Poets. I think that looks pretty nice for having no real LOD generation. Am I right? Am I right? Say both? I guess I do too. It's kind of like a, like however the mood strikes me. Here's something I'm not a super huge fan of, is a lot of the birds of Skyrim. So it's clear, you just saw that one fly right into the wall there. Like, see, they'll fly out of the ground. It's clear that their trajectories just do not give a shit about collision with, like, any other object. So, I don't know. And it happens often enough to where it actually is kind of like a point of concern for me. We'll see. Look at that. Look at that college. Looking pretty. Let's see what we got. This looks like enhanced landscapes. No? Prometheus snow under the roof? Maybe no patch with something. Boop. There we go.
What do you need?
Nothing. Here we are. Did you port more snow on the road? I did not, Odin. I actually messed with it for a little bit, but I believe this is the default configuration. It might actually be because I didn't patch something properly, but it's how not blended roads. Nordic snow just worked out of the box when I configured it as it's configured now. It's overriding all the blended road stuff, but the textures are supposed to. This has an interesting sheen to it. See that? The specular is a little strange, and like the normal map might be not there. Weird. Anyway, here we are. So you'll notice that this texturing has a bit in common with the kind of snow elf architecture. It looks very similar. That is by design. And I think it looks, at least at a glance, pretty nice. This is very dangerous. Very cool. Look at that hairstyle. Bam! Styling. Oh, look at that. Wait. Aren't some of these JKs? Oh, this is the... It's impossible to actually point it. Look at that. JKs. Look at this beautiful fucking wreckage that he's done. Peon says, I believe you said you have 3 bird mods. I believe only one of them has the clipping error like that. It is true, Peon. The one that does is the one that adds birds as actual actors, which is why I'm able to shoot at them and kind of interact with them. I may have to get rid of that one because that is kind of a problem for me, the way it does that. But it would be a shame because some of those bird models are really nice. Bam. Sorry, Winterhold. Not doing so hot. What's up, guys? Immersive College NPCs. Mail lockbox. Nah. Why don't I just, And keep in mind, the college has not been edited otherwise. We don't have, I don't think I have obscures installed yet, but I will later. Yeah, so you can see a lot of snow elf architecture here. It's very possible, actually, that the snow elves were involved in the creation of Winterhold. You know? The plot, this looks really good. It's like Caribbean or Data. Do you put more snow on the road? Nordic snows, roads don't look like that. IRC must be more snow on the road. Just looks like it. I can only find an LE page for it. Right. Well, I don't have it installed. I don't think. So who knows what's happening there. Got these cool doors, right? So apparently this is another kind of side effect. I didn't know this, but apparently the Fort Dawnguard doors, I think, use the same model. So there is an issue, oh my god, an issue whereby changing these models also changes the models for Fort Dawnguard. So I'm going to have to go in there and then kind of manually adjust that. Wowee. What's up, guys? Peon, are you going to be using Obscure instead of Immersive College and Winterhold now? I haven't messed with the college before, so I'm curious as to why you prefer one over the other. I will likely be using Obscures. It's got a lot of cool features like Immersive does. One of the main reasons is that Obscure is, actively developing his mod. There's a lot of really cool stuff that is designed, a lot of really cool additional mods that are designed to interface with it. And I can't guarantee that I'll be using it since I haven't in-depth tested it yet, but it seems pretty cool, and I like a lot of the changes that it makes, and so it's a strong candidate. Let's take a quick look. Oh, of course, the classic nav mesh issue where they all gather up in this, this area. See, this is kind of the feel that I'm going for, you know what I mean? Like, it feels just a lot like homier, a lot warmer. It feels like a place where you'd want to hang out and you'd want to read a book and you'd want to practice your magic, and just generally you don't feel quite so much like you're walking around in like a fortress or a prison, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I think we're probably going to go with this. You can see some of the textures are not crazy high res, right? Like if you get real up close to it, but you know, who cares? Sometimes that's preferable just for performance reasons. Also, look at that. Oh, beautiful dynamic snow. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Skyrim. Look at that. I like the sounds too. What? Alright. Well. See these guys. Hello. I love these ravens too. That's the other, I think they're part of the same mod, the one that causes the clipping with the other ones. So I could always just disable the problematic actors and keep the ones that are not. Actually, no, Birds of Skyrim. No, I take that back. This is the one for flightless birds, so they'll still be in there. All right, so we might be good. It does really look nice. I was skeptical about it being homey before this, but it looks great. Actually, me too, Peon. When I first saw Chantry, I was like, I don't really know, because generally speaking, I'm against things that look kind of way too different from a lot of the stuff. But one, it actually kind of makes sense in the context of Winterhold, because the college is canonically like thousands of years old and much older than most anything else in Skyrim, at least, you know, in the overworld. And two, the textures don't look quite as out of place as you might assume, even though it would be okay if they did. And three, there's like some lore to suggest that the similarities to the snow elf architecture make sense. So, if anything, it kind of, I like it. You know, I kind of like how it is. You can tell by the way it is. Not like the big quest immersive college adds. It adds really nice details in areas that make it feel more like a proper college. It's true. Although here, well, since we're pretty much done with testing in game, why don't we go ahead and jump off here, because that'll be fun. Ready? Oh god. I hope I don't do the spinning death animation, because it's more fun if I just go straight into ragdolling. Oh dear god. Oh, there you go, spinning death animation. It's very realistic, that. You know, I know from what I've seen of when, you know, because I've seen a lot of videos, of course, of people falling from thousands of feet and landing. Whenever you do that, it's like, you know, you reach terminal velocity, and when you land, your body does this thing where you land and then it turns like this, and then you go, ugh, and you turn over. So it's very realistic. I'm really glad they added that animation to the game, you know. The Dongar was a group of soup eaters. What did that say? Oh, look, here we are. Beautiful Morthal. Oh, one last thing that we can test. It's hard to say. It's funny. It's like, is that Sounds of Skyrim, or is that Birds of Skyrim? I bet you that's Sounds, because I don't recognize that one. God, I love sounds. Just, it really does add a lot. Am I crazy? I like immersive college because the experience, not the look. So I don't know if I finished saying this. Let's go check out the page for Obscures, because there's a lot of cool stuff I think you're going to like. Also, Sindine, you can see this is what our kids look like. They look a lot better. They look like they're related. Are they brother and sister? Oh, don't think so. Kids all look the same to me, you know what I mean? Especially in Vanilla Skyrim. What up, dude? So, let's go in this tavern. Lady, are you not oh, this is...
Have you met the bard that plays here? He's got a voice like broken glass and fingers like the knob of a carrot. Sometimes he ventures outside.
We got like a northerner accent here.
Animals in the marsh will start screaming.
This has got to be a 3D NPC. It is. Very good. I really like her actress. Lady, are you not cold? I thought this was, what's her name? Alva, the super, mean vampire lady. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my impression of Falling Body. I'm glad that, you guys enjoyed it. Look at this tavern. Lively. It's not so bad, right? Oh, yes. My favorite feature of any tavern is the floating slaughterfish. And, of course, the floating static clutter. This is... You know, if you don't have a tavern that has floating... oh, you can see my weird static clutter. This is even more reason to get rid of it. Look at this. Isn't this weird? When I get up close to any static clutter like this, my frame rate just tanks. And then when I go away, boop, 72, 82. And then when I go right up to it, 8. What is happening there? All the more reason to get rid of it, you know what I'm saying? That's probably distinct interiors, yes. We got several different mods that are trying to edit the same areas. I know, I've never seen anything like that before. And I've never heard of anyone else who has the same issue. So I really can't say what's going on there. It's very strange. Look at all you guys hanging out. And I love the lighting and the feel of the inns. It's really nice, you know? It's a good, nice old place.
Hello, friend.
Beautiful. Hello, Suen. Your face isn't looking so hot, lady. Nice specular, though. On the skin texture, look at that.
Nobody wants to have any fun with me. It's so good to see you again.
Oh, she's a follower. I gotcha. It warps reality. The closer you get, the more time and space becomes irrelevant. Well, you know what? That makes sense because it's static clutter. You can't touch it. It'd be like if I tried to go to my book of notes here, right? And I was like, I try to pick it up, and the closer I get, I realize for some reason I can't interact with it, and it's like, what's happening here? Clearly, the fabric of space-time is falling apart. Well, okay, there's no tavern sounds in here, but I probably gotta go to like the Bannered Mare. Find someone who looks at you like how BB looks at static clutter. I don't know if that's the comparison you want to invite. Let's see here. You want to find someone who looks at you the way that I look at ground textures. There you go. Whiterun, Bannered Mare. Sacriletius. Okay, I just uploaded a new version for my Legacy of the Dragonborn Bruma patch. Nice, bro. Congratulations. Find someone who gets mad when they get close to you and yells, "Why won't you interact with me?" Exactly. Alright. I'm hearing... Maybe I gotta set the time. What time is it right now? 11:16. Set game hour to 19. 19. No, not 18. Blam. Everyone's standing up. People are going to start to appear. Now we wait. Don't tell me what to do. Okay, so this actually sounds pretty nice. I don't hear any, like... Oh, there we go.
Thank you. You. No, please. Hold your applause. One more song. What say you? Yeah? All right then. Now.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. No, thank you. Ha! It did get rid of the sound. I thought it might keep playing. Huh? Yeah, see, so some of these audio cues. It doesn't sound bad. It's just like if you go over there and like it's more subtle, I feel like, than what I've experienced previously. It's just that like if you go over there, there's not going to be anyone, or maybe it could be like outside. Huh? I don't know. I'll have to kind of play around with it. I think in general I'll include the mod, but I'll be a little selective about which sounds play where. Oh, let's go check out a dungeon. Excuse me. Exterior. God, I can't spell today. Can't type today. That. There we go. Ooh, baby, you looking like a fine fall forest leaves. Oh wow, the normal map too. That's how you really know what's up. I have I'm editing some of the meshes for the leaves. You guys know those leaves that are like in Riften, the fall leaves, and they're I forgot I don't have God mode on. Oh, what was that? I'm gonna get you. You made me use my ultimate move. Wow. Look at what we've done. Look at this, right? Now that's what I call atmospheric. Wow. Beautiful. Look at that. What a... Let's see. Hold on. Hold up. Wow. Beautiful. Let's go inside. Partner dies. Must be the wind. Takes an arrow to the eye. Must have been the wind, you know? Wow. How about that, right? Glorious doors of Skyrim. Custom animated doors. That's fancy. That's some nice work. Ooh, this is looking a little bright. You know what? I bet you I know what's doing it. I bet you it's the mod that adds new stuff to the various parts of this ruin. Oh, there's a dead guy over there. What up, yo? Nice spinning. Very realistic. Yeah, it's looking real bright in here. Let's pop over to Ember Shard. That'll give us a nice Ember Shard mine 01. This is looking a little bright too. Not quite as bad, but not super dark. You know what I mean? We got something overriding these. It could just be because a lot of these dungeons and whatever will use the same image spaces, right? So if something modifies the image spaces and makes them brighter, then there's problems. Yeah, this is looking a little brighter than what I'm used to. Oh, I actually never knew that meant center on cell. If you can see more than a ½ inch in front of your face, you're doing it wrong. I agree, Peon. At least in a place like this, you know? Alright, I think that's good enough for now. Let's go. Oh, you guys want to see my standing mat? Here, check this out. Because I know that everyone's, I see in chat just every ½ second. They say, show me your standing mat. So, there you go. Wow. See this thing? You put your foot on that sometimes, and then this part too. You can put your foot on that. It's described as a playground for your feet. Fantastic. My OCD demanded that I checked all of the nav mesh. I mean, thank you for doing that, Sacriletius. That's I like when people are diligent about those kinds of things. So I did a global check for all the nav meshes in my load order. I found thousands of broken nav meshes, even in vanilla, which are not fixed by USEP. That's not good. I mean, when you walk around in game, it's hard to miss, like, when it's going wrong. Standing mat. Hey Finn, how you doing? Yes, I got a new standing mat. It's it's firmer than the one that I had before, which just came with my desk when I bought it way back when. Which I didn't think I would like at first, but now I actually do really like it. And the little bumps and whatever, they're kind of nice to just like massage out your feet. It's pretty good. I feel very lucky that I could buy this standing mat. I think it's going to encourage me to stand up even more because sitting is very bad for you. And I sit down, an awful lot. Okay, what were we doing? We're going to look at Obscure's College of Winterhold. Just the Nexus page so you can see all the super cool stuff that it does, right? Here you go. Beautiful. So you got additional towers. That's rad. You got this beautiful Arcanium that is just, night and day. You got these different maps and things like that. Notice in so many areas, creature summons don't summon where you point, which I believe was due to nav meshes. Really noticeable near the mud crabs and the Lady in the Lake Easter egg. That actually makes sense, Finn, because, I mean, they're going to only appear in areas where they can spawn, right? Sacrilegious door markers not properly linked to nav mesh. Ooh, that's a big one. Then people can't actually go where they're supposed to. Unresolved warnings, overlapping nav meshes, missing bounds. So Sacrilegious, when you fix up your nav meshes and you have two or multiple mods that are all adding their own nav mesh and they're overlapping like that, do you just typically like combine them? Like, let's say you have 3 different mods with 3 different nav meshes. Do you just create like a 4th nav mesh that kind of merges all of the different nav mesh edits, or like what's your typical process for that? Because I'm gonna have to do a lot of that, and I'm not super well versed. Oh yeah, let's keep looking at this. So you got, what do you got here? Got more training stuff. Oh, what's it called? It's you can use the hall as an actual lecture hall. Imagine that. And we got here. This is the Archmage quarters, right? How about that? Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice. These are just the pictures, of course, in action. Oh, wow. Look at this map that he's created. There's a lecture chamber. There's like an actual, excuse me, like a tavern or place for people to eat, which is, are you kidding? Like, come on. Like, how could they not have that in the game to begin with? We even had to add, look at that. Gorgeous. I had to add, like, faux food services to the college. Sacrilegious says, make a patch with all those mods as masters, load the patch in the CK, and then manually fix the nav meshes. Gotcha. So, like, when you're manually fixing them, you kind of create, because you can't really have 2 nav meshes in the same place, right? Like, am I crazy? Or you just take all the edits that they're making and then combine them into one? Or how does that work? Maybe I'm just fundamentally misunderstanding how nav mesh tweaks works. And like I said, I'm really not versed in it. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Got this nice lighting. You got our main man Tolfdir. Oh, wow, look at that. Got multiple floors. Beautiful. Main door has handles. That's important, of course. Got this man. And so this stuff, right, all these different changes, they're cool on their own, but they become especially cool alongside many of the other mods that are that add different things to Winterhold, right, to the college. Some of them are authored by Obscure. Some of them are ones that he's helped with and kind of ensured compatibility with, that are by other authors. Tara says, nav meshing is fun. It's my favorite thing to do in the CK. I just start from scratch and make my own nav mesh to cover all the areas. Cool. That's awesome, Tara. It does kind of seem like fun, right? Like being like, okay, everyone can go here and they can go there and they can go in this door. You just move the ones that overlap down. Gotcha. And then it's a case of only the last one loading, as with many other things. So you move them way down, and then you just make your own nav mesh. I understand. I think. I might have to lean on you there, my friend, once I start really digging in general. But here, we can see, dove into the wealth of amazing mods. He has a list down here that is, look at this. Articles, features. We'll read through that in a second. Excuse me, thanks to acknowledgement, tools and resources. Shit. I know that there's he has like a list of add-on mods. Maybe it's in the articles. Feature, installation, compatibility guide. Yeah, he's got a lot of articles here. Very cool. 3 articles. More than most. Insulate questions and answers and features. Let's go through the features here. Skyrim's College of Winterhold adds 2 new towers, the Halls of Acumen and Sushi, and reimagines the interiors of the Arcanium, Hall of Elements, and Hall of the Archmage. Envisions the college as a college first and an enclave of wizards second, with changes and additions focusing on this being foremost an institution of learning, study, and scholarly affairs, with an underlayer of magical mystery and ancient secrets. See, I like that, because that's, to me, what it should be, right? Like, it's a college first, and of course, it's like Hogwarts, you know? Like, there's all kinds of crazy goings-on underneath the surface and you know, intrigue and so on. But at the end of the day, it's classes, it's college, it's school. That's the big part. Signage, Hall of the Elements. Oh my god, there's so many cool. College members will sit when listening to lectures. Free potions in the recovery area are refreshed twice a week. Defense training allows you to defend against firebolt, ice spike, and lightning bolt. These do not scale with your level. Destruction training targets slowly increase your skill. Spectral sparring partner scales with your level. See, there's so many cool things to like. It's flavor and it's character, but it's also functional, and that to me is just, mwah. What more could you want? Colorful hat. Is that the immersive college mod? This is Obscure's College of Winterhold. Yes, plot, I agree. Hazard says, Sacrilegious, when you load an ESP into the CK, which has several other ESPs as masters, do you have to first flag all the master ESPs as ESM and Xedit? That's annoying. Oh well. It's really cool. It just has such smart choices. What else we got? If you were defeated by the defense training or sparring partner, you'll be moved to the recovery area with some health restored. So you're also not getting literally killed. Arcanium, version 1.5's proudest feature is the Arcanium, which has been rebuilt from scratch. It now spans multiple stories, filling the height of the college's great tower, with tall bookcases stretching to touch the ceiling. Urag Groshub's counter has been moved to a small front lobby, a space, which is consistent with how the Arcanium would fit against the Hall of the Elements. An upper level has been added, featuring the Arcanium's private collection, which is accessible only to those who have passed the rank of apprentice. This is the forbidden library, forbidden section. Within, you may find the rarest books in all of Tamriel. The collection is incomplete, however. The vanilla quest Fetch Me That Book now puts each book you recover on display, allowing Urag to finally call his collection complete. The quest has been rewritten to eliminate the randomness of the books you're being sent to find, and to stop it from looping forever. Instead, you will run down a list of rare books, recovering them one by one, until you've found them all, ending the quest. Investigator's chest can be found under Urag's counter, unless you're using Finding Velexane, which removes it entirely. Bookshelves are static, but can be made interactive if you're using Bibliophile's Arcanium, which is one of those mods I was talking about. Well, I think the latest version of SSE Creation Kit fixes by Nukem should be using anyway. Has an option for non-ESMified ESP masters. Hey, God. Nukem. My man. My person. I don't know if they're a man. Perhaps I shouldn't assume this. I assume that most modders are men by default, because I feel like by numbers they are, but really you shouldn't assume. You know, they say about assuming, when you assume, it is not a very good thing to do that no one should do, I believe is the expression. Hall of the Archmage, version 1.5 presents a new take on the Archmage's quarters by adding the ability to transform the central days into one of 6 variations right before your eyes. Savo's Aura's default setup is a cluttered office, but once you're Archmage, you may transform it into a lab, a council chamber, a secret archive, a heated spa, or back into the original vanilla grove. Wow. That is cool. I mean, really, I'd be changing it around all the time as needed. You know, imagine if you had a room in your house that you could just completely change what it was like this it's magic, you know what I mean? And like, okay, right now I need to entertain a bunch of friends and guests, so I transform it into like a nice entertaining area with like a table. Like now I want to have a nice soak in my magical hot springs, and you transform it into a hot spring. That's rad. I like that very much. Front area, Oh, lobby area is now totally public, allowing any member of the college to have access to the tower roof. Cool. The horseshoe in the back is fully private, allowing the archmage to feel undisturbed at home. And see, those are the kind of things that I'm talking about. It's that feel. It's the feel that it gives you. It matters a whole lot. It only exists in here, but I think it makes a big difference for someone's immersion and just kind of the general experience they have while playing. Sacriletes, I like that the book quest was infinite, but oh well. I'm kind of with you there too, although I understand if you've actually collected all the books, then why not, you know? But I do feel you. It's kind of nice that it's always like a thing to do. But in theory, it should be done after a certain point because you would have collected all of them. After I changed Illusion Master perk required illusion level, but I really didn't do anything much. It just worked after 10 minutes of warnings. Yeah, that creation kit fixes mod though is very, very nice from what I understand. I've only used it. I mean, I've only popped in the creation kit a couple times so far on SSE, but I know it's great. Lab variation features an alchemy lab, enchanting table, disenchanter, staff enchanter, and some storage. NPCs will undress when entering the heated spa. Bring your friends. Ooh. Choose your own archmage. They will select one of the 6 variations for themselves. Cool. Hall of Acumen, new tower. Yeah, so this is like, okay, wow, what a thought. Like, we have a place for all the... It's like a tavern inside the thing, right? Includes Thelsa's Cantina, tended by the college's new alchemy instructor, Thelsa Andalas. She'll sell you snacks, drinks, potions, including a few novelty potions of her own design, recipes, ingredients, and train you to master-level alchemy. A visit to the cantina in the evening or for breakfast has been added to the routine of most college members. This hall is also home to Septimus Cygnus, who has been traveling for years. Finally, this is where many of the characters of immersive college NPCs dwell. These rooms are present even if you do not have ICNs installed, but we do, so don't worry about that. Let's see here. Sacrilege Gopher's current Etsy Let's Play uses the college mod. It's great. I think the same author has made a mod called Choose Your Own Archmage. He has. I stopped watching Gopher. Leonard wasn't my cup of tea. Gopher's LP is what sold me on it. Howdy again, guys. I've been having a lot of internet outages lately. It went off about an hour ago midstream. Hope I haven't missed much. You have not, Connor. We're just going over Obscure's College of Winterhold. It sucks that you're having internet problems now. I remember you said that yesterday. Come on. I mean, what? Coronavirus, I guess. Hall of Diligence. I told you guys, right, that when I was on the phone with Spectrum, once again, I understand that there's nothing that the people that you're speaking with, like in Tier 1 tech support, can do, but it was hard not to laugh when I'm calling them because my internet is literally just out all the time, right? And then the first thing the little corporate recorded message says is, we know that now more than ever, it's important for you to remain connected. So that's why we are always providing reliable service and yada, yada, yada. It's like, all right, guys. Although, to their credit, they do seem to have fixed the internet, most of the internet problems in my area. So, I don't know. I guess I can't complain too much. Second of the new towers, Hall of Diligence offers offices for teachers covering the 5 spellcasting schools and 2 magical crafting schools. Each teacher, has their office hours posted. See, stuff like that. Very cool. You guys kind of get the point here. You get the picture. You got dorms, subtle architectural updates, set dressing, clutter, lighting overhaul. It's beautiful. All accounts of this exterior, you got a little notice board. The midden dark circulation into and throughout the midden has been revised. The midden can now only be accessed from the Hall of the Elements by a door in the lower level. A locked door now blocks the drop-off point, which leads directly into the midden dark. The key is near the Atronach Forge. Atronach? Who knows? In the midden dark, a cave-in blocks the path directly to the auger, requiring that you drop down and circle back up. The exit, which leads to the foot of the college's rocky pedestal, has been blocked, forcing you to ascend if you wish to exit. A new corridor has been built around the chamber with a black gauntlet, so that this room is no longer a thoroughfare. Once you've visited the auger, there is a slope leading you over the cave-in, which previously blocked your path. Once you've returned to the midden, a stairway leads back up to the first locked door, which you can now open and return to the college. Very cool. Very, very cool. Connor, this is Obscure's College of Winterhold, the likely replacement for Immersive College of Winterhold. My internet is super wonky lately, but today it's holding steady. Dylan looks like a Daggerfall NPC, but the audio isn't cutting out, so I'll take it. See, I think that's just, there's nothing wrong with the internet. That's just my appearance. My ISP asked me to visit their website when the internet is down. Oh, that's great. Wonderful. As we start discussing ISPs and internet issues, I start buffering and my download drops to about 20 megabytes per second. I pay for megabits. We are committed to service you pay for but don't get. Yeah, no kidding. Although also to their credit, I think probably because I called to complain so many times, when the supervisor technician came out to tell us about what was going on, he gave us a little slip of paper that has some sort of like escalated tech ticket number or something, and he told us that would be our ticket into, I guess that's a pun, our ticket into getting reimbursed for the periods of time that we didn't have full service. So I'm like, okay, like that's, you know, that's something, I suppose. So I mean, that's the main thing, right? Is if I'm paying for a service that I'm not getting, I'm gonna sit back down here, then it's hard not to be salty. But if they're willing to reimburse us, I guess that's the next best thing. And I am, you know, sympathetic to the idea that there's a lot of people home right now who are using their internet, and maybe their infrastructure was not built to handle it. 150 gig monthly download limit. Dude, you couldn't even download like so many of the mod lists. Not chill. This is not exactly a hot take, but internet should be like a human right at this point, right? Just being able to be connected to the rest of society. It's just my opinion. All right, check this out. So here's his other mods for Winterhold, and then here's his recommendations. Miscellaneous College of Winterhold tweaks, just a bunch of little tweaks. College NPCs adds more people in there. Also, I have other mods that add NPCs to the college, so it feels a lot more like an actual college and not just like, you know, 8 people walking around. Bibliophiles Arcanium, this one's actually worth checking out. Adds a fully functional library system. So you can legitimately like order books to be delivered. It works like an actual library if you're familiar. Allows you to peruse the collection in the Arcanium, select books to borrow, curl up by the hearth, and be harassed by the college guard for forgetting to return them before the due date. Truly immersive. If you wish, you may also study to add temporary buffs to your skill increase rate. So that's an area where we'll have to kind of replace their mechanics with our pre-existing study mechanics, but of course that's not so hard to do. And it's really cool that they add like their own mechanics as is. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. This mod has been created for role players and book lovers. Very cool. I'll do a quick overview of some of these other ones, and then we'll start. Why don't we just continue looking through the mods on our list. Choose your own Archmage. Finding Valexane expands upon one of the Winterhold quests. Who do you think should be Archmage? Whole library. Visual tweaks to many college NPCs. So you got Cutting Room Floor, which is built, or Obscure has built the College of Winterhold to pair with Cutting Room Floor, which is really cool. Some questline tweaks. Not So Fast Mages Guild. Kind of extend out that college experience so that you're not just becoming Archmage after doing nothing. Armor and clothing extension, gotta have it. Book covers Skyrim, better dynamic snow. Oh, I was wondering if it would cover that. You need banners, perfect. Mannequin stay put, multiple floors, sandboxing. It's beautiful. Absolutely wonderful, right? Limited principle, 300 is what I bother to pay for it. See, there's AT&T has fiber in our area, but I don't think that we can get it ourselves. I've tried to find out, but the AT&T website that checks for it does not seem to work for us for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's only supposed to apply like 6% of my area, so it's unlikely. But my gosh, imagine if you had 300 upload. That would be real fancy, real nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump back to it. I got Sounds of Skyrim. What's my plugin count right now? 254. I'm literally at the max. Wonderful. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a little backup, and we're going to remove a bunch of stuff. Solitude Docks, Birds and Flocks. That rhymes. All of these. Whiterun Market. I mean, these are all ESLs. That's okay. Get rid of Clockwork. Get rid of Settlements Expanded. And we'll keep these ones just because it's annoying not to have them. Gotta get rid of these customizers for the 3D NPCs. That'll give us some space to mess around for now, at least. What's up, Meth? How you doing? Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on adviewers.com. Guys, you seeing this? Oh, man. Well, geez, I gotta go to adviewers.com then. Let's see here. Adviewers.com. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Wow, what a deal. I'm so stoked on adviewers.com. I can pay for viewers who won't actually view my stream, but it looks like I have more followers. Like, who wouldn't want that? You know what I mean? It's pretty good. DP exposed. You guys have found my secret. Sacrilegious, it's a bot. I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems pretty legit to me. Let's see here. How do I ban? Oh, whoops. Ban forever. He's done. Just because I banned him because, frankly, I feel like it would be too much of a success and that would be unfair as a streamer. You know what I mean? It's just I can't justify it. Let's see here. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before. These are all patches for Vanilla Hair Replacer, and I'm actually going to be getting rid of them in favor of kind of manually patching it using the method that Priam had on his page. But it's been really nice having these patches because it showed me so many different mods that I just didn't know about. So the last one that I was evaluating was the town overhauls. So I went through this big ol' list here of mods to just check out some cool ones. Found a lot of cool stuff in there. And now we're going to go and look at world editions. Yeah, so we got Cold Haven. We know that one. Convenient carriages. A lot of these, you can recognize a lot of these. We tested on one of the other streams. Overstead, I opted not to go with. Rare Castle, Rutherford, excuse me. Solstheim, Telengard, all the Great Cities ones. The Great City mods are tricky for me because, once again, I absolutely respect the effort, and I think they're very cool in a lot of ways. I don't know if they fit for me, like the vision that I have for some of the various areas here. Let's Great Cities, SSE, minor cities and towns. Ugh, it's like so hot in here. Thank you guys for the report of that poor bot. It's like, this looks cool, don't get me wrong. It's just, like I said, it's a little different than kind of the feel that I'm going for like Dawnstar or some of the other locations. Like, that's pretty cool. Dragon Bridge. Okay, I gotta go get a Diet Coke in a second. Meth, please infuse me with energy, which I'm sure you have so much of. It's not like you and I are just constantly tired. That does look cool. Oh, look at this. Have fun the rest of the stream, guys. I gotta go get stuff ready for tomorrow. Bye, Connor. They nice. I know, dude. My hair is not great today. Or sometimes it looks better because I'm oily and that holds my hair in place. I'm definitely oily. Totally not having a hard time getting to work. I hear you. Goodbye, Connor. My good friend. Oh my god. Guys, I'm sorry. Where is this? Is this Falkreath? Is that the Hall of the Dead? Soldier of War. This man has done a frankly insane amount of work for one person. It's very cool. It's tricky. You know, it's one of those things where if I wanted to, I could pop it in there and just mix and match. It's just the more, you know, the more mods that we have editing the same locations, the more work it is, you know, to do stuff. Major English Esquire, please go get caffeine. We can wait. Dude, I've been puzzling over this one problem for the past couple days and I'm stuck, brain dead right now. Depending on the problem, well, the problems that you're always working on, I'm virtually 100% of the time unable to help with. I will try. I could try. Be right back, guys. I'm going to get some caffeine. Hello. Guys, I'm back. We've done it. My wonderful wife actually got me a Rockstar as well, which I would be drinking, but it's not cold yet, so I stuck it in the freezer. What I miss? What problem? Similing thing? Some stupid problem I backed myself into about project design. Those are oftentimes the toughest meth. Like, I do this thing. I was actually talking to my therapist about this in terms of, like, I was talking to her about trying to find, like, a good work kind of schedule that works for me, right? Or just setting aside time for when I have, like, a difficult design problem. And I noticed that what I do is I always, like, turn around like this and face this direction and just kind of, like, zone out. And that's when I do all of my, like, I guess you would say, like, zoomed out perspective thinking, right? And it's tough work to do because sometimes I feel like it's like, I got to sit here and, like, design this solution, right? And you're not, like, implementing anything, you're not developing anything, so it kind of feels mentally like you're not working. But, like, you absolutely are working, and it's important work that needs to be done. Because, like, what are you going to implement if you don't have, like, a framework for whatever it is you're trying to create? Design problems are hard. See, like, a lot, or like the idea here that it takes, like, Rorik's hold, or what, like, longhouse or whatever you'd call it, and makes it into, like, its own little area here. Like, I really like that. I don't know, it's tricky. I could always try, here's the college, and it kind of adds some stuff there. And of course I have so many other, you know, mods that are handling the same areas, so it would take, what is this? Oh, this is Falkreath. I know, it's really cool. I think what I'll likely do is, because Great Cities, I know he's continuing to develop it. I'll probably hold off for now on adding these and then kind of evaluate later, right? And see kind of like how they fit. Because I can always add them in as we go along. Danny says, Dylan Perry, have you heard of Noir? It's another SSE Requiem overhaul like TSO. This is based on noise, though. Might be worth looking at for inspiration and whatnot. I have heard of that, Danny. Actually, the creator of it, Johan, we go way back. He's one of the OG Ultimate Skyrim viewers. Very good dude. I will also look at that to see if the list has kind of any stuff that I've missed. So we'll hold off for now. What else? I know Soldier of War, he has a bunch of, like, individual files, right? So, like, you've seen, I've downloaded several of these to kind of, like, test them out, like that very cool. All this kind of stuff is very cool. these kind of proprietary models. Carthwayston, Great Town of Shorestone. Oh, that's interesting. It's like up on the hill. What is this? This is a new one. I haven't seen this yet. Vanilla Falkreath is not a city, barely a town with its 3 buildings. Yes, I agree. I have expansions to Falkreath already in there between some of the mods. This is interesting. It's cool. It's kind of got like the Riften architecture instead of the farmhouses. I like that. And what is this like fortress up on the hill? I like this a whole lot. I mean, really, probably, Sakura, what I'll end up doing over time is your kind of situation where you just add a bunch of stuff, you know, to really kind of make these areas feel fuller, you know. But of course, all of it takes time and effort, and I got to balance. When I'm managing an entire mod pack, I really do have to be selective about what takes precedent. Interesting. I want to see this fort up on the hill. What's going on there? Here we go. Cool. I do like that. Look at this. Beautiful. Great work. Played around a bit with Noir, and I felt it was super stable, even with its 400 plus mods, most of which are non-gameplay mods. Awesome. Good to hear that I've seen a lot of people using it, and they kind of appreciate that it's mostly like a Requiem Vanilla Plus situation, which I can totally see the appeal of. Very, very cool. Okay. Where was we at? All right, so I went through this whole thing. I still haven't tested unique vampire dens, actually. Probably we should do that, huh? Viking Towns of Skyrim. Windhelm Lighthouse. Viking Towns of Skyrim, that was... I'm going to look at these 3 real fast. Umbra Island. I don't remember investigating that. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. How rude of me. I didn't cover my own face in my... Well, it's just me in here, I suppose. I'll infect myself with viruses. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. This time I'll cover my face. What do you guys prefer, sneezing or yawning? I think if it were me, it'd be sneezing. Yawning. At least when I sneeze, it doesn't, like, trigger a sneeze in other people, right? Oh, shit. I can't say the word. I can't say the W or the Y. W word. Y word. Without it triggering. Let's go. Umbra Island. Oh, I did look for it. But I don't remember it. Actually, this is somewhat ringing a bell. I think I passed on it because it was like obviously architecture from other places, right? Kind of have like a bit of a bugaboo when you have areas that share assets when this is like a whole kind of quest mod. The mod was inspired by Resident Evil, Metroid, and Dark Souls series. Primogen Studios. Isn't the Primogen like the main bad guy in Turok? Whoa. When myth and reality collide, a king is given the choice whether to rule a corrupt and condemned empire or to defy the gods for another chance, a better chance to save his kingdom. Travel to the kingdom of Venetaria, a land of death and decay. Challenge King Aran and his faithful knights. I mean, a lot of this, that sounds like Boletaria from Demon Souls, and his faithful King Aran and his faithful knights. That's what's it called? What's the name of the fucker in Dark Souls? Gwyn and his faithful knights. That's the direct copy there. Discover the history of its inhabitants and unravel the mystery if this ghostly island. Shielding Old Warrior Town is the central hub. You can manage your inventory left behind from the soldiers of the past. They're full of useful items and potions. Although short, this quest requires the player to read, ask for information, and pay attention to his surroundings. 5 challenging bosses. I mean, it seems interesting. That's for sure. I haven't stopped yawning since you started streaming. I'm so sorry, JS. Stepped out there for a while just when BB said he was going to read the Nexus page on Obscure's Winterholds. What mods are you looking at now? Right now I'm going through just various, what's it called? These are Lands mods? World Edition mods? We did look at Obscure's for quite a while, Little Law, so if you check the VOD, you'll be able to check that out. We went through it in decent depth. It's not easier, just more intuitive. So this is like a full on kind of quest mod. It seems. I wonder if there's like any videos covering it. Sacrilegious. Clef J's mods often combine various assets and tile sets. Yeah, I've seen that. Sacrilegious. I've evaluated a couple of Clef J's mods. Once again, absolutely respect the effort. And there is something that I use by Clef J that isn't like a kind of a mishmash of different assets. It's like a retexture or something. What is it? Also, Viking Towns of Skyrim. I feel like I remember passing on that one as well. I'm just gonna see what we got. That's cute. We got oh, it's by I don't know. Does anyone know how to pronounce our man here, his name? This is interesting. 3 Viking towns. Rongheed, Iliad, and Bolivar. Not really a town. I'm, of course, I don't want to completely get rid of... Or, sorry, I don't want to over-civilize Skyrim. That's very important to me. But I feel like a lot of these mods and these types of mods tend to fill out some of like the northern area, which is fairly sparse. So you kind of have some room to work with. Could be fun to experiment with. Oh my god, look at that outfit. It's not safe for Twitch. NSFT. Let me see what I have for Clef J. C. Clef J, the Fort Dawnguard mod. That's what it was. And I mean, I haven't like filled out the whole fort because I know it kind of improves itself in stages, right, over the quest line. So I don't know if there's stuff that I would disagree with, but I jumped in there and it looked pretty good. It looked a lot more subdued than some of Clef J's other work. I pronounce his name in Dovazul, Mnikjam. Mnikjam. That's pretty easy. I mean, it looks phonetically correct, like it could be. We should ask him. I'll say, may I request the official pronunciation? I would hate to mispronounce it, you know? Looks pretty cool. Why don't we download this and then give it a go? Let's see here. We can try and down. Is there like a special edition port? Or am I just going to have to try and plug this in? Doesn't look like we have. Clef J Fort Dawnguard is cool, except for the statue of Clavicus file. Gotcha. Well, we can always get rid of that. No sweat. Bug fixes, gameplay, and environmental improvements. Sure, why not? Let's just pop it in there. You don't even gotta worry about it. No probs. I mean, we can try it. Oh, shit. Is it downloading directly in here? It is. I didn't know that you could do that. I always just download them manually and then add them here. I forgot to do that with this one, but hey, it worked fine anyway. I'm surprised. I know actually the person we got to lean on there is Sacrilegious. He's the king of using mods for whatever version of Skyrim. Just making it work. Nursing them back to health. Let me see. Viking Towns, Umbra Island, and then we had... What was the other one? It was the Unique Vampire Dens, which that we have installed. Okay, so let's evaluate these 3. We'll keep it simple. Where's my... Oh, here. Okay. I know I got those gonkish vampire dens. Here we go. Boom. And then we got Umbra Island, Director's Cut. I download manually. I never log in through MO2. Gotcha. Yeah, see, I didn't know that I assumed that if you tried to download a Legendary Edition mod, then it would try and open up a Legendary Edition instance of Mod Organizer, but it does not seem to be the case. Pretty cool. Let's see if this gets super mad at me. Form 43 plugin detected. It might work, it might not. Depends on how it's built. I'm assuming it's probably got some form for it. Yes, it does. That's not the end of the world. For our purposes, anyway. Viking towns of Skyrim. Blammo. And then, oh. We got, oh, wow, 2 o'clock already. All right, so I'm going to 3, everyone, just so you know. Let's see here. Umbra Island, Viking Meat Hall, and our Gonkish Vampire Dens. Just resave and CK, that should fix it. Thanks, Sacrilegious. Oh, now I'm burping. Okay, yawning, burping, or sneezing. If you gotta pick 2, and you gotta exclude 1, what is it? What's the rule? Okay, let's pop in. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I want to see where these are. I know they're hidden. Patch provides compatibility. JKs. Each of the major cities. In each case. Spoilers. If you don't want to discover, or if you went home next to Clan Shatter Shield's house, Rift in the Ratway, Lever Trigger Bridge, I know where that is. Whiterun doorway on the side of Dragon's Reach, opposite side from the jail. Solitude behind the Winking Skeever, directly to the left of the main gate. Oh, this might be tough because I don't know if it'll be open cities. It probably will not be, so we can just console our way in there. Oh yeah, here we go. Cell names. Let's just search Gonkish. No sweat. Gonkish Whiterun Den. That's fun to say. Gonkish. It's very, what's the word? Consonant heavy. It's like the most fun words, like pumpkin. Nordwar. Oh, you guys see this, by the way? Oh, cool. Onward's been added to Nexus mods. Oh, I also wanted to see what kind of mods we got going for Bannerlord. Check this out. Everyone's favorite realistic armor author made some pretty cool looking stuff, if you ask me. I like this one because I don't want my nose to be chopped. Iron armor replacer. What else we got? Mercenary armor. Hide and studded. And the leather one's pretty good too. Where is it at? Leather armor. It looks like it might actually, protect. Although leather armor, from what I understand, doesn't really do a whole lot. Simple padded armor. That's like an actual, these are legitimate gambesons. Very cool. Leather, scaled. Made them standalone, distributed them among vanilla armor. That would be my go-to as well, Sacrilegious. Although this one could be a good replacer, because some of those fur armors, I mean, I don't know, people just do what they want, but it's like they just don't look like they make you any warmer at all, you know what I mean? Look at that. It reminds me of the Skull outfits. It's very cool. Oh, iron weapons replacer. How about that? Iron shields. Scald armor, best armor. It's very cool. Gambeson works well. Just a little bit of realism. Oh, well, I also wanted to search, that reminds me, I wanted to search for an underwear mod, but I don't know if I should be doing that on stream. You know what I'm saying? Not if I'm trying to keep these videos monetized on YouTube. Don't know if I can. It's a lot of, I don't know if you guys have seen this before. I might be the only person who knows about this, but there's like a lot of, like booby mods and a lot of super hot girl mods and a lot of stuff like that in the Skyrim community. Looks good. It would definitely want to add some tiers, add some tier slash protection if you were using those for sure. Rustic clothes looks good. Oh yeah, Gamwitch. Everything he makes. Underwear for all is safe for work, I think. Is that true? So what I'm looking for here at Anordil is a mod that adds like equipment slots for underwear. So like, you could still have, people could have their nude mods that improve bodies and whatever, but you wouldn't just end up like, I'm looking for something that essentially allows you to wear clothing in addition to armor. Just because it's more realistic. Who just wears armor? You know what I mean? Not me. Because I obviously wear armor a whole lot. Really often I walk around. It just feels safer in it. You know what I mean? Underwear for all, safe for work, I think. Really didn't know that. Yeah. Surprising, I know. But, there's a lot of stuff out there like that. Am I going here? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I didn't even launch it. Or did I and it crashed? Is that what happened? It might be Umbra Island. That happens sometimes. Let's see. Shimon. I did say, yeah, okay. That's what's happening. Watch, I bet it'll run. I turn that off. 17183 is a special edition mod. I just opened it up in incognito, signed out of Nexus, didn't give me a warning. Sweet. Yeah, but yeah, one, Finn is right, where YouTube and Twitch are pretty weird with what they let you show. And my YouTube, so YouTube does this thing now when you upload videos, if you're not familiar, where they're trying to like they're trying to allow some manual input, like video producer manual input into your ad revenue suitability. So when you upload a video, you're given a big list of categories that can be problematic for advertisers, and if your video contains some of the stuff, you essentially like check it, and it does algorithmically kind of scan your videos after you upload them to see if you've not lied on what you said is in your videos. Because if you lie and say, you know, if you have like violence or nudity or whatever, and you say it doesn't, it still does pick it up, and then it detects that you lied, and then it kind of, you know, fucks you over a little bit on the ad revenue. Alternatively, if you accurately rate your videos consistently, it's supposed to help your ad revenue, and then it like doesn't look as hard at your videos for problems and things of that nature. So I'm trying to stay in YouTube's good graces with my ad suitability so that I can continue to make a living on ad revenue. Is this video for children? No, me 24/7. Yes, you can set your defaults so that it's automatically set to not intended for children, but it seems like sometimes it just doesn't work. Also, thank you, Anardil. Equipable underwear for everyone is the name. I'll write that down as well. Equipable underwear for everyone. Finn, you said fuck banned. Yeah, it's especially apparently during the first minute is they don't want you to curse, which like is actually great for these streams, because usually, you know, I'll have like 5 or 6 minutes of like pre-stream on there where no one's saying anything at all. Although I guess now if I have the chat up on screen, if someone comes along and says fuck, I'll be in trouble anyway. But I don't like. I wonder why it's the first minute. You know what I mean? Like, what difference does it make? Underwear, equipable underwear for everyone. Equipable underwear for everyone. Underwear para todos. Boom. Just edit the video before uploading to YouTube. I mean, you can, JS, but one of the benefits of just uploading the VODs straight up is that I can just download it off Twitch and then pop it back up. If I edit it in any way, I'm going to have to re-render it in some way, which is not the business on a video that's like 3 hours long. It's honestly stupid that they try to police and enforce it if you label it mature. I mean, I get that. If you label it mature, then it's probably simpler just to be like, most ad revenue is not supposed to, unless you're talking about like the children stuff. The thing I like, as far as YouTube's internals go, they are in a difficult spot where, like it or not, for every media form, anything that has ever featured advertising, you know, like advertising drives revenue, and brands are very selective about what they want their advertisements to appear in front of. That's the part where I'm just like, I wish that there was more of an understanding in general amongst consumers that ads don't necessarily have anything to do with the content that they're displayed in front of, especially on something like YouTube. That to me would be like the solution, but you're asking for a change in kind of a cultural zeitgeist there, and you're always going to get, you know, Karens who are like pearl clutching at some ad that's shown in front of something. So I am somewhat sympathetic to YouTube's system, and at least they're trying to do something to like make it a little simpler and more straightforward for a creator, assuming of course that you don't have things that are not. I think it sucks in general that if you produce like one of the categories, for example, is like, is it sensitive content, and it, like, does it talk about politics, does it talk about current events in a way that might be seen as undesirable by advertisers? And in my mind, some of that type of content, I'm lucky that my content is not about that kind of stuff, but I watch a lot of content that's about that kind of stuff, and I think it's very important that content exists and can exist. And I think it sucks that people who produce that kind of content can't as easily make a living off of their stuff just because they're covering current events and politics and whatever. I think that's, you see a lot of independent journalism, quote unquote, cropping up in today's world. I mean, journalism is the fourth estate, man. Like, journalism is one of the most important checks and balances for functioning governments. So it's difficult to see journalism de-incentivized. But of course, there's the cross section of commerce and kind of like social responsibility. It's a complex problem. Where can I wonder if it does, how it algorithmically distinguishes between the two. I do wonder that as well, Little Law. Like, how does it detect? Like, I'd be very interested to see how that technology works, because I don't know much about it. Anardil, the nice thing is that you run Xedit and it will generate a patch for all the different unique cuirass, armature in their slots. That is cool. Although it does, of course, add an additional step for any other armor stuff. Sacrolettes, I just turn ads off myself on my YouTube videos. They can't turn it off, as I already did. Kind of like, you're not firing me, I quit myself. I mean, that is an option too. It's like, if you don't want to fuck with all that stuff, then you can just turn them off. But I do depend on my ad revenue as an important element of my monetization and my money. And especially since, like, I'm very lucky in that there seem to be a lot of you guys who are willing to kind of like support my work through things like Patreon and Twitch. Oh, hello. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh, mwah. What is this? Storm Surge. Oh, okay. My buddy Todd sent me, he built me like a budget Magic the Gathering deck. I'm excited to pop that out. Oh my gosh. What is this too? Liz got me a Verb Energy salted peanut butter. Oh, my wife is very sweet, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm very lucky that I have like Patreon and people will support me. But I don't like, the mod pack is free. The installation is going to be free now. Like, everything's free as far as the actual product itself. So my monetization strategies have to be creative, and I kind of have to have many different ways to support it. Cultural zeitgeist. I love it when he uses big words. Philly DeFranco is always getting demonetized. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I haven't watched a ton of Philip DeFranco's content, but I have seen some, and I know what kind of stuff he produces, and that's pretty much like the exact kind of content that I'm talking about here. Like, I think it's important. I got so much stuff here. I think it's important that people like Philip DeFranco are allowed to do their work, and it sucks that, it's so much more difficult for him to earn a living. I suppose that's why we're lucky that we have, things like Patreon and so on and so forth. Karen's not understanding how automatic ad distribution works and thinking that Coca-Cola is personally endorsing and supporting a 15-year-old Minecraft YouTuber that swears too much. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like, okay, like, it really has nothing to do with anything. So many YouTube channels just talking about coronavirus have had videos removed, shadow banned, ads pulled. Absolutely. It's just like if any of you guys are Game Grumps fans, how one of their running jokes for a while was that because they couldn't mention the C word, I mean, I just said it anyway, hopefully I don't get demonetized, since they couldn't mention the thing that's going around right now, they called it the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. And they're like, oh man, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour is just out in full force. It's like, I hope I don't catch tickets to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Oh, brutal. Go horse. I'm gonna get you. Oh, gotcha. Ooh, that's actually a decent animation. You don't see a whole lot of decent animations in Bethesda land. Oh, hot take. Audio sync seems very slightly off. Oh no. It's like Magic the Gathering is fun. You know what we got to do on this stream? We'll do an unboxing of this deck. Oh no. Eat the whole thing. One go. Oh, good. Very rude of me to eat on stream. I apologize. Go to Markarth. So rude, talking with my mouth full too. Boom. Oh, they're gonna try and kill me because I'm not a vampire. Where is it? I want to see the entrance. Oh, cool. It's in the Hall of the Dead. That makes sense. I like that. I like that it's kind of reasonably hidden. Has to, unfortunately, since the undies don't clip on the NPCs wearing armor, undies use slot 52, so any regular curious armor has to have the slot 52 flagged on. Undies don't show through. I totally get you, Anardil. I mean, I suppose that's, you know, is a necessary compromise. Such a creepy dystopian thing that creators can't say certain words. Yeah, it is. Once again, that's the cross-section of commerce and artistic expression, you might say. What's up, guys?
What do you want?
Oh, no one's
Need something?
hostile to me here. That's I don't know if that's how I can open it up and I can feed on poor Lelaine Vitelletius. Brutal existence, that. I don't know if I'd... Whoa. What's up, dude? Asserting dominance. I don't know if this is like one of those situations where they should be hostile to you if you're not a vampire, or if it's like kind of an outlaw refuges situation where, you know, it's kind of like generally agreed upon that you don't like tell people about this, but I'm mortal, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I should. Maybe they should try and kill me. This is pretty cool. What format is the deck? I don't know. Whatever the standard, like, commonly played format is, Finn. Dragon Kill Cam for the win. In my recent vids, I just censored out anytime I said the word Crown, Virust, or Panding Remic. Solid. Tomasito. I watched your streams on YouTube, and your vision on how to shape USSE makes it the release I look forward to the most compared with game releases. I like how you mentioned to try and give US the Skyrim Plus feel. Keep up the great work. 2 questions. 1, will there be a possibility to wield spears in USSE? And 2, keeping in line with that Skyrim Plus feel, would mods like the Markarth Reach Environment Upgrade or Rorikstead Basalt Cliffs have any place in USSE? So, first of all, thank you for the kind words, Tomasito. To answer your first question, yes, there's a distinct possibility that spears will be in Ultimate Skyrim SE. I'm not sure if it'll be quite out the gate, but I have a very vested interest in creating new weapon types with the actual animations so that every weapon is given the chance to feel distinct. Second question, I don't know about the Markarth Reach Environment Upgrade. I've not seen that. I can look at it right now, really. The Rorikstead Basalt Cliffs I have seen, and I'm not super sure about that one. I think it's a little bit too, like, these are assets from Dragonborn to me, but I don't know, maybe. Ooh. Creepy. I like that. Also, guys, check out this beautiful cube map for the Dwarven material, right? Doesn't that look nice? Wow. Markarth, I spent my summer of 2019 there rebuilding the outskirts. That's right, Sacriletius, and they're gorgeous. Milk toasting, I was playing when those vampire dens earlier. I like that they have fences. Yes, fences. Oh, do they? I was like, I don't see any fences. What, they gotta like pen in some creep people here? Where is there a fence? Maybe he's not. Is this the fence? What's up, dog?
Good afternoon.
Appears not. He won't let me do my immersive speechcraft. Maybe it's just not here. Maybe this one doesn't have one. I don't know. Standard is the most common format. 'Tis the one Wizards of the Coast pushes and 99% of Friday Night Magic events use. It's probably that, I would guess. I think my friends, keep it pretty standard. Get it? Help Conkish again. Just okay. Well, we get the format here. Gonkish Raven Rock Den. Markarth Reach Environment Upgrade is mod ID 45487 on LE Nexus. I'd recommend it. It's awesome. I'll check it out. What does it do? Does it just add like a bunch? Ooh, of course you gotta have this puking Molag Ball vampire thingy. Ugh, guys, do we have to torture everyone? Like, what's the deal? Just vampire. I mean, they got a bloodlet. I get that. I guess this is a good. You like, what is it? Strap someone in upside down, and then you put like a bucket underneath them. That's like the way to go, right? Look at that. Oh, this is like a full-on town building. Where does this end up? Can I post the link to Markarth Reach Environment? Absolutely. Go for it. I believe I still have links allowed at the moment. What's the lore of becoming a vampire, Finn? Is that the whole Molag Ball is the king of a certain domain? Oh, you know what? I wanted to test. I think right now I wanted to check these textures anyway because I think I have the Skyland textures coming through. Oh, look at that. Okay, so this is north, I think, of Raven Rock. Yeah, here's Raven Rock. See, for something like this, I would almost want to make it more hidden, right? And also this looks a little strange, placed right here. But that could be because of quaint Raven Rock. Back here, let's the rivers in the Reach have much more wilder water. There's a lot of cliffs everywhere, and the entrance to Markarth is stunning. Very cool. Oh no, I guess this is kind of here. Excuse me, no matter what, isn't it? Like, I'd rather just like take this whole building, right, or like this entryway, and then just put it like further away from Raven Rock, where it's just not quite so. Like, someone clearly would have discovered this, you know what I mean? Or maybe they have, and it's just kind of like something that people don't talk about, or they do, and maybe it's better if they have like their own spot. It's like, well, they have their spot, and that means they don't fucking feast on the townspeople, right? Yeah, Finn, that was what that's what I thought. It sounds like some Kirkbride stuff. Reaver, huh? Blam! What's up, dog? You having some trouble there?
And what might you need?
Just you know, just taking a look at your environs here.
Please. No more.
Oh, it's very sad. She looks like she has the same appearance
Where am I?
as the other one. Maybe they kidnapped like a family of triplets or something and then distributed them to all the various vampire dens. It's pretty nice.
Yes, Sarah?
Someone didn't direct your voice actor,
Yes, Sarah?
unless this is vanilla or not vanilla voice, but you get those inconsistent pronunciations of words, right? Because someone didn't correct them. Overalls are and Dawnguard said that pure-blooded female vampires have to offer themselves to Molag Ball. Strana says that those who survive become daughters of Cold Harbor. So those who survive, geez, indicating that, yeah, the ritual is traumatic. If asked, Serrano refused to talk about it, only saying that it was degrading. Yeah, it makes sense to me. I mean, he is the god of that word that I can't... Oi!
To sleep.
Yeah, this is pretty dark, but I guess that's vampires, right? Got a lot of books. Vampires got a lot of time to read. Makes sense. That's the DLC 2 female Dark Elf voice type. Gotcha. Well, someone, I think, was supposed to direct her voice actress, and they did not. What are you going to do? Gonkish. We got Raven Rock. We got Solitude. Den? Yeah. Snowshot, any relation to the folks in Riften? It must be Anordil. I mean, that's dynamically generated by the real names mod, but I actually kind of like that it does that sometimes. Like, uses mods, or names rather, that have connections within the world, because then you're like, oh shit, is that... like some sort of distant cousin or something that was like kidnapped by these vampires. Look at this, pretty nice. Not a bad place for a vampire to hang out. Also, I don't have my frame rate enabled, frame rate limiter. That is, I keep forgetting to turn that back on when I do the streams, and now I'm like, ooh. Got like a blood tavern. I always like, okay, look, I get the cobwebs make places like spooky, but it's like if they're living here, it takes like 2 seconds to clean up a cobweb. Yeah, see the same appearance. They make me very sad. I don't like it. You guys know I have a real hard time with evil characters. All right, we got one there. Open. Oh, one goes directly into the winking skeever. That's interesting. What about here? It's like, who built this underground? Gotta have a skull, of course. Oh, it's making me sick moving around like this. I'm sorry. Finn says, what's the name of this mod? This mod is probably made assuming the vampire is a vampire already, hence the vamps being non-hostile. Yeah, I mean, I get that, Sacrilegious. That's probably the case. And it's easy to fix. I mean, if I wanted to make them hostile, it's a simple faction change. Boom. I should help. Much better. Finn, this is, yeah, unique vampire dens. Let's get on downstairs. See, clean that up. It's gross. Hate spiders. I don't hate spiders. I like spiders conceptually. I don't like to touch them or have them be near me. But it's great that they exist. Just don't like the way they move. Creeps me out, you know? Alright, so here's the winking skeever. Okay, I like that. That's suitably hidden, more or less. It's a better job than I think a lot of things do when they try and do something like this. And I kind of like the implication that it's like maybe known to the proprietor of the winking skeever. Like, I like when you get to kind of fill in stories like that yourself, you know what I mean? Let's see where this exit goes to. Oh, I've got a very cool picture of what looks like California. Like LA. On my right monitor here. Oh. Interesting. I like that. We have like some other, yeah, like JKs allows you to kind of get up on the roofs here and stuff. It's very cool. But you can see I'm in empty solitude here. I'm in the real solitude, not the open city solitude. If I go out this way, oh, I can't. That's right, because the cell has been unlinked. Ghost solitude. Wow. Tomasito just realized Skyrim. Ow. Skyrim Markarth environment is LE only, but the author Beach Boy gave some permission to upload an updated version for Skyrim SE. That is cool. Also, a lot of the time, old LE mods will work fine on Special Edition, with just, you know, just a couple slight changes. Boop, boop. Now we're going to Whiterun. What else we got? We got Riften. We did Markarth. We did Solitude. We did Raven Rock. So we got Riften, Whiterun, and Windhelm, right? Anyone can get into them. If you wanted to go in there and kill any vampires, you absolutely could. The lack of hostility seems intentional, I'm sure. Makes perfect sense to me. Ugh. A lot of roots. Where are we at? Open iron door. Open a Whiterun. I like that the door is all covered in crap. That's a nice touch. But same thing, just sweep it up. I guess vampires just don't care about cleanliness. Like, guys, I like to think actually instead that there wasn't any cobwebs or whatever, and it's like they were like, guys, call the cobweb guy. We got to get in here and make this place way spookier. We're vampires after all. Yeah, see, like having this be that. Well, first of all, this is, I'm sure, not intended. So you got like this, and it's like, oh, what is this? What is this? Is this? Oh, it's the other side of Dragon's Reach. That's right. So there's just a path that leads straight to a vampire den. So this is the kind of thing where I'm like, I would personally make it, especially like this, where the interior of this place, you could really put it wherever you want. So it's as simple as moving the activator and the door if you really wanted to. Boom.
Be careful.
Oh, now he sounds regular. Let's see. Wow, look at this. It's pretty cool. This one's a little bit simpler. I like that.
And what might you need?
Oh, nothing. I'm just hanging out. Look at this. Whoop. Let me catch it. Oh. Nope. I missed. Read orders. E. As discussed, proceed to Whiterun and establish a safe haven for our brethren. Once a suitable locale is found, send in the castle for any necessarily equipment supplies. Do your best to maintain discretion. Alerting the herd is unacceptable. Okay, cute. What is that supposed to be? Valerica? Is there another Harkon thingy? Or Harkon lieutenant that starts with V that I don't know about? Just an ESP, so you just need to resave in CK and forward water cell data. V is vampire. Yes, vampire. Let's see here. Gonkish Whiterun Den. Now we're going to Windhelm. I do like the attempt to add some flavor text in there. Very cool. Ooh, love these new doors. Oh, wow, look at this one. Beautiful. What up, dog?
Yeah?
Yeah? Look at this. How come this isn't glowing? Maybe it's its own thing? Oh, because it doesn't have a soul in it. Duh. This is cozy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, but you still got these frickin' cobwebs. E is obviously Empire. Yep. V for Vendome. What's up, guys? Oh, they even got like a little, a fire. And like, is this really necessary? Although I guess it's intimidating. It's just like, hey, don't try and escape. Johnsis. Wow, you guys look suspiciously... okay. Look suspiciously similar. Brothers. Bye-bye. Enjoy your... captivity. It's terrible. Terrible thing to say to somebody. Here we got door. And oh, look at this. How nice. Never really quite understood the whole vampires and coffins thing. Seems unnecessarily dramatic. You guys ever read Dracula by Bram Stoker? Pretty good. I think I have it up here somewhere. Do I? I don't know. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? You might find cool. I don't know. I got a collection of... Oh, this is a good one. Hold on. Let's see. I got to organize these by date at some point. But... Hold up. There you go. Which one's this one? Lamb. Oh, here you go. Army. So I got a unorganized collection of like old game magazines, stuff like this. What is this? Army Man Air Combat. When was this published? 2000, June of 2000, I think. Let's see what we got in here. I have no idea what that is. Full 2-page ad. Oh, it's like a whole. Oh, wow. Look at this. What the hell game is this? You guys ever heard of this? Aiden Chronicles, the First Mage. Not heard of that one. It's always fun to look through these old... This one's probably one of the better conditioned magazines that I got. Oh, of course. You got in-game codes for GoldenEye. Just love stuff like this. Just going back. It's like a trip through time, so to speak. Alright, let's see where we're at. Alright, we're in Windhelm. Yeah, okay, so like this one, alright. That's pretty. Where's the door that I just came through? Is it clipped through the wall or something? Let's see. Cobwebs. They choose not to for aesthetic purposes. Cobwebs to me are meant to indicate ancient, abandoned things. Yeah, same. They're very extra, exactly. It's like, guys, we gotta get the cobweb guy in here. We gotta get some cobwebs. Sam, this is giving me that Skyrim itch, but anything I can run won't look anywhere close to this. It's impressive as hell. Hey, see, here we go. Now, if we have like a door that, or like a wall that moved or something, that would be cool. Also a little bit extra, but as we've found, the vampires are seemingly okay with that. 30 years ago, good book. Bram Stoker. I thought you were talking about Nintendo Power for a second. I was like, was it that long ago? Although 20, God. That's messed up. That was 20 years ago. The year 2000. Alright. What else we got? Is that it? Did we do all of them? Help. Gonkish. Uh-oh. My stream's getting a little wonky. Alright. Riften solid. Oh, we haven't done Riften. Gonkish. Riften then. And I believe that's the last one to check out. Hey. GoldenEye was, yeah, I want to say like 1998. It was pretty close in the lifespan of the N64, and the N64 came out in like what, 96? Maybe a little after that. GoldenEye, I mean. Door. Cool. Door. See, this Riften's perfect because it's like, you know, it's the rat way. It's a perfect spot to hide your vampire stuff. I remember playing it in college, and I had a Nintendo Power. Hey, more like, how you doing? Nintendo Power subscription way over 20 years ago. I remember Star Tropics as an issue. GoldenEye came out in 1995? Well, fuck me, so I don't know what I'm talking about then. The GoldenEye come out in 1995? Or the N64? The GoldenEye? Oh, boy. Riften Markov are my favorites for sure. Yeah, it fits really well. Although, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the... Okay, here's a spot where cobwebs make sense. Tomasito donated $5. Love Ultimate Skyrim, love the vision from the streams, mods for life. Here's the Markarth Reach environment link. Thank you very much, Tomasito. Greatly appreciated, my friend. I was going to say, I'm just in general very impressed with the kind of construction of these. It's very cool and atmospheric and realistic. I feel like they did a really good job making it feel like a real place. We just got to get rid of those cobwebs. Because I just won't abide it. I won't abide messiness in my vampire dens, you know? Maybe we can make a character whose concept is cleaning up all the vampire dens. Here we go. The rat way. Let's see where this leads us. 1997 release for GoldenEye. Gotcha. Okay, so GoldenEye did not come out in 1995, right? I was like, that would be nuts. Hey, look at that. Not bad. Although, because of this, it's a little strange. It's like, is that dirt? Like, this would be flush. That's kind of a strange placement for it because of this, like, little boop right here. Of course, that's something you just easily change. You can take this, stick it wherever you want. Don't quote me on that. Don't take that out of context, I mean. Alright, I think that's all of them, right? Pretty good. And then we're going to check the Nordic villages. I like this one a lot. That one's definitely... it's going in. You know what I mean? We got Ragnhide. And we got... How come just that one is on the map? Unless the other ones are elsewhere. That's hunting in Skyrim. That's hunting in Skyrim. That's Boulevard. Okay, so there's one of them. And so I'm missing... It looks like they all do appear on the map. You don't use a "that's what she said" joke there. Yeah, I don't want to get demonetized. I don't know if I actually would at this point. Boulevard. It's not Boulevard. Okay, there we go. How come I have this one discovered? Weird. Alright, let's check it out, shall we? Oh, oops. COC, Whiterun. Uh-oh, I'm losing frames here. Sorry about that, guys. I wonder why. I apologize. Come on, Spectrum. I got 15 minutes left. That's more than enough time. That's enough time for us to check out the Viking villages. And it's enough time for us to unbox Our beautiful Magic the Gathering. Sacroletius says, how do you open a map if you don't have a map? That's a good question, Sacroletius. We got to do something about that, you know? TMM 1. And also set game hour to 12. Oh, yeah? Is it true? Why am I dropping frames all of a sudden? Map. Map. Oh, shit. Well, I just made it a lot harder to find it. Got Bolivar and... I don't know where they're at. The Jorvasker was one of the ships that sailed to Skyrim from Atmora under the command of Ysgramor. The crew carried the vessel. Ah, damn it! I knew it was gonna... Hey, buddy. Sup? Okay, I'm digging this. I like how far north it is. See, this is what I mean, where it's like there's really nothing else around here. So it's like kind of cool. You got like a little spot to visit. Let's see. M. Nick Jom. My guy. Yeah, what's up? Cool. Got some stuff. Got some merchants. Got Gelly Thorkelson. Gotta have Gelly. Excuse me. Oh, I also wanted to check a little bit more about the textures in Raven Rock. Ingebjorg. Okay. Here, I'm gonna... Oh, look at this. Look at that fucking automatic E&B weather occlusion. Look at that snow coming up over our head, but not here because we're next to the thing. Very cool. Guys, I'm really sorry about those frames. I don't know why it's suddenly dropping a whole bunch. I guess it's better that it's kind of the end of the stream anyway, close to it. Hi, Sacroletius. What is this mod, sorry, that adds these places? This is Nordic Villages of Skyrim, or something akin to that. It's by Mnek Jom. I think it's one of his original creations, the Frozen Clover. I like this. I like this a whole lot thus far. Hello? John Barelegs. That must be the... Oh, we got a... Oh, no. Was that warp... Okay, it's war paint. I thought it was a scar. Well, it could be a scar. Hard to tell, really. I think it actually is supposed to be a scar. I like the sounds. I don't... Is that supposed to be like that? Maybe. You can build a bench like that, right? Beautiful. See, it's just like a little feature. A little something to add a little bit of a... additional reason to explore, am I right? Got a nice chicken. 2 even. Wow. This is Viking Towns. That's what it is. Viking Towns of Skyrim. Oh, this is great. What? What'd you say about my family? This is grand. I love this. This is very cool. Alright, 1 of 3. Great. Beautiful. Viking longhouses. Beautiful. Bearleg's house. I gotta fix the, gotta unanimate the doors so they don't clip through. Wait. You got an alchemy table, as one does. Wow, it's very bare bones in here. Kind of like that, though, too. It fits. Or maybe they, I don't know, maybe they just built the settlement, right? And have time to color it up. Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce your name, my friend, but hello. Pickaxes. Too rich for what is basically a hunting camp. Exactly. Might move that to Worm's Tooth. Oh, this whole area? I can see that fitting. Look at this beautiful... Send enhanced... Oh, no. Viking meat hall. Nice. Whoop, whoop. Makes me want to, like, jump back and forth between this. Alright, so we check that out. Looks grand. Beautiful stuff. We got Iliad. While ale, meat, and wines are popular in Skyrim's mainland, Flynn, Sheen, Mazte, and Sujamma are more commonly consumed by the Dunmer of Morrowind on Solstheim. Ooh, we got a beautiful sunset today. Real nice. Oh, look at this. Okay, so here's your entry, right? It's like a big old longhouse. And where are we at? We're kind of a little bit close to Dawnstar, I think. Pale Imperial Camp. This is a good spot. Custom mod list. Yes. Pix. I'm going to call you Pix, because that's the best I got. Dylan, aka Belmont Boy, is the curator of Ultimate Skyrim. That is true. There's me. Oh, I did. Added a command for UltSky and Ultimate Skyrim, but not US. I should do that as well. If you hit command UltSky, it'll do it. Look at this. Cute little trading area. This kind of makes sense too, because it's right off the mainland. It's not quite so far north that, you know, you can kind of reasonably expect this area here. Oh, and there's like a big... That's a vanilla ship, right? I believe. Oh, wow. Those reflections and everything. Beautiful. You got this Wartooth house. You got to fix the capitalization on that cell. Why am I dropping so many frames all of a sudden? That's part of what I did last night, Finn, while I was staying up however late. Hey. Yes. This is very cool. Nick Jom, excellent work. It's very prolific. Ported a lot of mods, thankfully. I have a couple of Nick Jom mods in the install right now, but most of them are like ports and things like that. This is so cool. I'm really digging this. I think this is beautiful. Drop frames aren't really noticeable. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I'm glad. Noteworthy. I just see, you know, like the little color indicator on my OBS, and I can see now it's approximately 3.0%. Exactly 3.0%. What's up, guys? Ladia.
I have a fair bit of strength to carry a great sword like that.
Whoa, what? I gotta see. I don't know if this is because I haven't conflict resolved or something yet, or maybe like Skyrim Unbound Reborn, but as it stands now, I've got way too many people commenting on, like, could you be the Dragonborn or whatever. I was under the impression that the Greybeards have not called the Dragonborn yet, so I don't know why their dialogue keeps doing that. It could be. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Hazard, if you're around, you might have some insight there. I've got a bunch, like every character just keeps talking about the Dragonborn. It's like their dynamic stuff. I don't know if you've noticed that in Skyrim Unbound Reborn, or if it's just something to do with my dialogue mods and I haven't conflict resolved it yet. We'll see. Pix says you're making an SE mod list. Yes, this is I'm working on the port of Ultimate Skyrim. It's a port, but it's essentially a rebuild. Much closer to thematically port, more like a sequel, I suppose you could say. Howdy, what's the vibe, lads? How you doing, Creedy? Oh boy. Probably some dialogue conditions. That's what I'm guessing Sacrilegious, because I know Skyrim Unbound works very well most of the time. Cool. And the last one was over Boulevard. Crabber's Shanty. Interesting. Robert's Gorge, Deadman's Respite. I think there is one of the towns. Oh wow, Snowhawk is registered as its own town now. It's like a Fort Snowhawk. It's like the ruins, I think. We can check that out real fast too. Excuse me. One of the Great Cities mods adds like a little teensy city there, so this area might be a bit overcrowded. We can always kind of figure that out later. It's pronounced Creati. Gotcha. That's the first time someone's put a double E in there. You're testing mods for the SSE list. That is exactly correct, Pix. Oh, wow. Listen to that. Waterfall nearby. Guys, I think there's a waterfall. Wait. There it is. Is this going to use most of Enei mods? It's going to use quite a lot. Hold on a second. Game hour to 2. So far, I think kind of what we're looking at is Andromeda is the Standing Stones one. I believe that's likely going in there. Whatever the Standing Stones one is. Sacrosanct most likely will be the Vampire. Winter Sun for Religion. And probably Apocalypse Spells, add a bit more fun. And we're actually considering adding in some of Enei's perk overhauls as well, because I have a bit of a perk and training overhaul planned that would kind of allow us to really have some more fun with adding additional perks without kind of running into the Requiem problem of having too many perks to ration between all the different things. If you have Summer Mist, I would suggest Reliquary of Myth for the uniques. What is Summer Mist? Oh, Creaty Twitch recommended you to me out of nowhere. Thank you for stopping by. Keep meaning to release a few small mods. Please do, and I'd be happy to test them on stream instead of getting dragged into large mod projects. Yep, that's oftentimes how it goes. Okay, so it's the model. End. It's like something's up there. Gotta figure that out. Disable, because the same thing happens in the other cell, the starting cell for Skyrim Unbound. I wonder what's going on there. This is cool. So this is just like a single longhouse, right? That seems like it's relatively easy to throw in there without making the area feel too crowded, right? Excuse me, don't mean to be unlocking all your shit. And we got, wow, we got like a little tavern here. Very cool. On the Iliac Bay team, yes, best artifact overhaul. Specs. Oh, I gotta add a specs command. That would be a good one to add. Let me write that down as well. What other commands am I missing? I'm missing just US. US, I'm missing specs. What else we got? What? VACT? What's your PC spec? Z fighting. Oh, of course. I hate it. Who the hell did that? Unwrap. What's unwrap? What's your PC specs? Wondering if my friend Siam can run this game on his PC. My PC right now is a 1080, not a Ti, just standard stock GeForce GTX. I have an i7 4790K, and I have 32 gigs of RAM. But that i7 is getting a little old, and so is my graphics card, actually. It's lasted for a long time, though. Missing help. That's another one. Help to show all the different commands. Help. Missing when? Oh, God. That's actually, I like that. I'm putting that in there. I'm gonna put that one in there for sure. And what is this Crabber's shanty? Whoop! Whoop! Am I God moded? I am. Okay, cool. Just followed you on Twitter with my personal account and the Kathnokwe and Nern Uncharted accounts. Hell yeah! Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Huh. Is this? Oh, this is like a. This is not the Crabber's shanty, is it? Bolivar's tomb. Oh, okay, cool. There's like a little tomb to go along with it. Oh, what are you guys doing? Got a group of traveling mages or some such. Where's my crab? There's the Robber's Gorge. Crabber's shanty is down over yonder. I think. It's a big mud crab. Juscus. Is this vanilla? Was this always here? What are you? I guess so, huh? You know what? I do remember this vaguely.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Huh!
Hey, watch it!
Get out of my way. What's up, Jurek?
Welcome to the Crabber Shanty Mellow.
Oh no, maybe this is 3D NPC.
Fresh crabs in our belly.
Clever.
Believe me when I say you don't want crabs anywhere else.
Clever. Go for some mud crabs. I've had crabs in other places. You don't know what you're missing? Oh, that is definitely 3D NPCs. Fantastic. Wonderful. I love this. Look at this. It'd be a cool place to live. Except for all the, you know, potentially dying from wild animals and stuff. And what is that over there? Is that... What are these buildings? Do I have the LOD installed for the mod that is not... Oh, I bet you that watch is going to disappear. Yep. So I do have the LOD installed for the... It's one of the Great Cities places, but of course it's just the LOD and the plugin isn't enabled, so it's gone. 3D NPC, the guy who sings the crabbing song. I'm torn on 3D NPC. I love 3D NPC. I love more NPCs with how shallow Skyrim is. They stick out like a sore thumb as this is modded content. Look, it's a lot better, Finn, I've found, when with all like the population mods I have in there. It's like there's so many different NPCs all around, and it's a lot less. I mean, like, you can tell typically when there's someone who's got a different voice actor that it's probably 3D NPCs, but I find it's not nearly as like obvious as it has been in the past. It's worth it to me, and I've actually been pretty pleasantly surprised by the quality of the VA on the whole. All right, well, you know what time is it? What do we got? All right, so we're right up against the wall, but before, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check out Snowhawk really fast. I'm gonna check those retextures for Solstheim, and then we're gonna unbox this beautiful Magic the Gathering, and then we'll call it. How does that sound, everybody? Sound good? I really like this. So, as some of you might know, Snowhawk is kind of like an important place in the lore. It was a big city that is destroyed. I can't remember by what. Maybe it was the war or something like that. But so you have, this is the forts of Skyrim rebuilt. I believe the full name is Imperial Stone. It's very cool. It kind of expands a lot of the fortresses and makes them more defensible, and kind of adds various accoutrements to them, and it interfaces wonderfully with populated Skyrim, which adds more NPCs and enemies to the forts. But I really like this area because it's like, you know, just the ruins of a town, and it's, you know, pretty expansive as far as most of the town sizes, like compared to the average town size in Skyrim. I'm gonna clip myself up through here. 3D NPCs, a quest mod IMO, for instance, the Blood of Kings, Away the Nine. I haven't done any of the quests either. I'm excited to do those. It helps if you have a lot, plus things like more to say. I do have more to say. That's a great one. Most people don't play 3D NPCs long enough to experience the quests and assume it just adds NPCs, but the quests are on par with the Forgotten City. Wow, that is quite the accolade. Creati says, is abandoned sometime between the 3rd era 433 and 4th era 201. It wasn't actually stated why anywhere. Gotcha. Conditions for triggering them can be ridiculous, but even easy to get one's rule. Only downside of 3D NPCs is that the quest rewards are pretty meh. Well, we can always fix that. Don't shoot at me. So yeah, here's Fort Snowhawk. And the town of Snowhawk just abandoned. Oh, I took a screenshot here. I recall. So pretty rad. Whoa, you missed. Ow, you didn't. Good shot. What's up? Oh, look, practicing your dagger. Ow. On me. Real nice. Alright, so we got Snowhawk. Now let's go ahead and teleport ourselves to... Oh, no. No, what is it? DLC 2, Raven Rock. Just... shit. Is it just Raven Rock? Come on. DLC 2 Raven Rock 01. There we go. I think it was something like that. Its payoff is narrative, but the narrative is very good. Making good quest rewards is really difficult, to be fair. Less difficult when you have a de-leveled world, that's for sure. Although, actually, you know, I guess it could be fine. It's hard to make one that's useful to everybody. That I can definitely concede. What? What? What's happening? Who's someone fighting? Hey, buddy. It's not you, is it? Eats but helps. Oh my god, that is adorable. Who is it? What is that? Quaint Raven Rock? Ah, beautiful. I love him. What are we... What's going on? Huh? Oh, did we do it? Okay, so I want everyone to take a good look at the textures. Excuse me. Because we have we're kind of comparing, I think these are the Skyland textures right now, and I'm going to compare them, excuse me, to one of the other ones that I have. Excuse me, this is nice. Oh, there's that Silt Sunrise. Level scaling in general never makes sense to me. It does to me went... Ooh, this is nice, actually. Well, you know, this actually might still be the same textures, the ones that I'm used to, and it's just the landscape ones that we're seeing differently. I mean, this looks pretty good as is. As is. I'm going to go ahead and make a save, and then I'll compare this myself. That gray really comes across, the gray of the ash, which fits, I'd say. It's looking a little tiley for my taste. Let's see. Is this Silt Sunrise? Yeah, I'm seeing a fair bit of tiling here, which is not ideal. Whoop. Let's check here. Player dot force av speed molt. Give me 180. I'm fast. Look at me go. What's up, guys? Alright, see you. Have fun. You guys take it easy. Don't work too hard. What's up, guys? Scrib? Yeah, this ain't doing it for me a whole lot. You know, maybe we'll even get some of the Amidian-born textures back from the landscapes. Although I guess I could always use the old ones. I think they're still... Are they still available? Anyone know that? Are the Amidian-born Solstheim textures still visible? Because those are always my favorite. Ah! What's up, guys? Ow. Oh, look at your cute little attacking formation. Oh, I contracted droops. Dang. Oh, it's an ash hopper, not a scrib. Stop. Stop it. Don't make me do it. I'll do it. You're gonna make me unleash my special move. Come on. Come on. Don't make me do it. Oh, got a seam there. What's going on? Is that, who's that? Roads of Solstheim. Oh. You know what? If I have Roads of Solstheim installed, then I actually might have more snow on the roads installed. Hup! Kill all. You're making me unleash my special move. Blah. I've done it. Alright, so I'm not super keen on these landscape textures as is. What'd you do, bro? Alright, sweet. I'm gonna make a save here. That way I can easily test. Okay. So here's the road most traveled. I can understand the purpose behind level scaling should be reserved for specific enemy types. Oh, I missed the... Wow, we got a lot of what's it called? Chat here. Quit to desktop. I'll test those textures next. Shit, what time is it? 3:07. Dang it. Dang it. Due to the mid-fantasy of Skyrim, its high economy, it'd be pretty hard to make a good quest reward. It isn't obscene amounts of gold. Yes. So my thing with level scaling is that I don't like when the level scaling is based on the player. Then everything just kind of becomes like a facade to me, right? Like... Oh, there's an ice cream truck outside. That seems like a Corona attractor. What was I gonna say? I like the idea of scaling when it's independent of the player. Like the idea is like, okay, if the player can get better and train and improve their abilities, why can't enemies as well? Of course, if you do that, then it gets tricky. It can be tough. You have to design like a dynamic world built around the idea that the enemies are going to become more and more difficult, and that is a very difficult design challenge, I think. So I prefer a hybrid approach to scaling, not purity level, not pure leveled. I don't like one-shotting enemies. If I start doing that, I need to restart. I like one-shotting certain enemies. It's named Scrib in the files, though. Oh, is it named Scrib? Yeah, I remember Scribs, though. They are different, aren't they? Sam, I like one-shotting anything that'd be realistic to one-shot. Agreed. As an archer, it doesn't make sense to me to not be able to eventually one-shot wildlife. Agreed. To Sammy, whoever made them should have made some variations, at least did some painting. I think these are the Skyland ones. Let me see if I have more snow on the roads installed as well. Okay. I don't. Roads of... What was it? Roads of Solstheim. This is the same... Visit on net... What? What? I don't have Visit on Nexus for this. I guess I installed it manually. Rose of Solstheim. I did. And this is the same author as More Snow on the Roads, I think. Gruberix. So it adds more roads. I think that's cool. Ugly black painted snow. Yes, I do prefer that. Is this the same person? Maybe it's not the same person. I don't remember. Satellite world map. Oh, that's pretty cool. What is that? Purple Skyrim. Oh, you gotta have purple Skyrim. Okay, more dirt on the road. It is. More ash on the road. Weird, though, that I have more snow on the road, and it's not... that's not... Wow, I was like, damn, is that a Skyrim screenshot? It's just a photo. I don't know what's doing it, then, because I do have, like, snow on the road. It's gotta be better dynamic snow or Nordic. In fact, I bet you it is. We can test. Nordic. If I turn this off, and then let's also go ahead and check, what is it? Yeah, it is also covering blended roads. I bet you that's what's doing it. Dislike when followers don't level. Okay, whoa, shit. Whoever made them, blah, blah, blah. I don't like being overpowered, not even at high level. I need a mod that lets Alt F4 work in SSE. Finn, you gotta set up that batch file, BAT file. It actually, is that short for batch? Did I just make an oops? It's very useful. I have it pinned now, and I can just turn off Skyrim whenever I want. Follower scaling does make sense. That absolutely, I agree. It's like, it sucks when your follower, because then it's like it doesn't make sense even with your player. It's like a what's it called? Logical mismatch. Like if they're doing the things that your player is doing and your player is growing in skill, why isn't your follower growing in skill? Do you not use the FCP HLP commands? What is that? FCF or is FCF HLP? What are those commands? BAT is short for batch. See, don't listen to me. I would like a nemesis system like the orcs in Shadow of War. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of, Sacriletius, when I was talking about like how enemies get stronger as well. But when you have like a truly freeform RPG, I think that becomes difficult to implement. Or you really risk, like, you know, creating a system where your players can be vastly underleveled compared to their... It's like that comic of, you know, the Skyrim joggers like training while you've been picking flowers and finding butterflies. FCF is force close files. HLP is hot load plugin. It's a good band name. Enables you to reload/unload ESPs without closing the game. What? Typically used for level design and stuff like that. Anything with scripts, you should do a full restart for us. What the heck? I did not even know that you could do that. Wow. It's dope as shit. So you just, what, I would like alt tab out, like enable other, does it also work with Mod Organizer too? It's like a virtualized file system. Hey Tayson, how you doing? Unfortunately, I'm about to run. I'm doing one more texture check here. Where is my... Yeah, it was Rally's Raven Rock. So Skyland is replacing it. Let's see here. Boom. Now. Bam. You need banners. That's fine. Those can win. So we got that. Was there something else I wanted to do? Oh, we're testing right now to see if Nordic snow is what's causing those, giving us those really nice snow textures. I bet you it is. I bet you that's what's doing it. All right. Well, here we go. We'll unbox this beautiful thing so we'll unbox this, test those textures, and then we'll call it. Hello. Why aren't you an affiliate? I am going to be an affiliate by the end of this week, hopefully, Creaty. Just because the only reason right now that I don't meet the requirements is I need to stream 7 times in 30 days, and I'm not quite there yet. I don't want to do it. Actually, what am I doing? Just pull this off right here. Enough storage space to have multiple installs of Skyrim. Same. Sacriletius, I only mod using MO2. I don't want the mod files to get mixed in it. Yeah, I mean, for me, MO2, if it isn't the most important tool in the lineup, I mean, it is, frankly. It's like, it straight up is. It's the best. I love it. Sing its praises to anyone. Oh, alright, guys. We got to get this beautiful unboxing. Here we are. I'm gonna make sure I. In fact, here, let's stand up for this momentous occasion. So I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna send it to my boy, who built this for me. Uh-oh. I think it doesn't like when I do that. I think I'm messing. I got some cables that need some securing. Come here. Oof. All right. Here we go. All right, camera. How we doing? Mailbox full, please empty. Oh, yeah, our mailbox is full right now because we can't open it. Look at this. Dragon Shield. Slate. Wait, what is this? Oh, these are sleeves. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. These are sleeves for the cards. These aren't the cards themselves. Hilarious. Well, you guys want to check out this sick unboxing of these Dragon Shield sleeves. Oh man, I wonder where those cards are at. We really got to open up our mailbox. Maybe I'll go back down there right now. And, see if I can't force it open. Dragon Shield sleeves are so good. Yeah, I have a creative. What do you do? How do you, kind of set up your version control to work with Xedit? Because that's something I've been hoping to do as well. Or like I make all my changes in a different plugin and then eventually merge, if that's what you're talking about. Wow, Dragon Shield. This smells. Wow, that new box smell. Beautiful, right? Let's open it up. Like an unboxing. Wow. Crisp. Oh my god. Oh god. Wow. Look at those. Absolutely gorgeous. Don't smell like much. Maybe that's for the best. You're trying to retain your cards. The original smell of the cards. Isn't that what they say in Yu-Gi-Oh? Channel the smell of the cards. Perfect. We've done it. Just change form ID of records and copy as override. Yep. Didn't say it wasn't easy. It takes 5. It's just stinky. So does version control. Version control requires hex editing Skyrim ESM. What? I believe in the smell of the cards. Yosh. Oh shit, you know what you guys should check out real fast before I go? Check this out. I want to get this really bad. It's a bit expensive for my taste right now, for what you get. But one of my hobbies is retro gaming and handhelds. I have kind of like a handheld collection that I've been building out since I was a kid. And there's this really fucking cool new device called the RG350M. Check this bad boy out. I probably won't get to let this play, or I gotta turn the audio off, perhaps, so I don't get, copyright struck by this channel, but it's very cool. Oh, what the heck? Loud. So check this thing out. It's like a metal handheld. It's the best form factor I've ever seen in a retro handheld. Also, please give me that delicious 4K. Look at that thing. Am I right? Beautiful. Isn't this like the coolest thing in the world? Now it's $130 right now, not including shipping, although shipping is like $1. It's just, so it's a little pricey, but it can play pretty much anything up to PS1 games pretty flawlessly, and that's a lot. That's SNES, that's GBA, that's NES, and so on and so forth. So it's really good. I don't know. I mean, $130 is a lot of money. Maybe I'll save up for it or something like that. And I'm not alone in this. Anyone who's interested in like retro handhelds kind of feels this way, I'm sure. But I'm holding out hope for that handheld that's eventually going to come out with a dank form factor like this that also can play that next generation of consoles. Right? I'm talking PS2. I'm talking Xbox. I'm talking GameCube. I'm talking Dreamcast. Everything up to those You can play on a little handheld that fits in your pocket. Ugh, would be amazing. And I mean, basically that form factor for that thing we just looked at, it's there in terms of everything except for the processing power. The processor's not quite powerful enough to do that stuff. But, I feel like if they got this going, it's close. Making one with Raspberry Pi is a thing, but requires a bit of knowledge. It does. And Finn, that knowledge is what I don't have. Also, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could take, like, the form factor. You take, like, the chassis of that thing we just looked at. And, like, swap in, like, a Raspberry Pi. Something that's got a little bit more power. But I definitely wouldn't trust myself to do that. What are we talking about? Just blanket copies, forums in. Doesn't do that for me. I prefer VC or XEdit merging because VC was literally built for it. It's really easy to set up. What is version control? I prefer XEdit. There's like a version control app for Skyrim. And the Raspberry Pi, exactly what XEdit does. And XEdit didn't update the script reference when I did that. Like the properties, but a 3D printer be making so much shit with Raspberry Pi. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Tyler and I actually built out our own little retro console with a Raspberry Pi not too long ago. All right, here you go. So we've got the. Yeah, so there's still a little bit of tiling here on this landscape. It's better, I'd say, than the. Oh, that's an interesting road texture. Better than the other one, I'd say, but you can still see some obvious tiling. And I don't know. I think on the whole, it's pretty good though. In fact, let's go ahead and pop back to Raven Rock. Are these using the proper? Yes, the underground textures. Nice. Let's go to Raven Rock. 01. Oh, whoops. DLC 2. Just because I don't feel like walking. We gotta have a grudge match between version control and XEdit. I'm personally most comfortable in XEdit. I mean, I haven't ever used version control, so I can't say what it's like. But I do love me some XEdit. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Beautiful, right? Pretty good. IMO. Oh, Z fighting. Probably Roads of Skyrim, right? Nope. Quaint, Raven Rock, and Dragonborn. Let's get rid of this one. Oh, whoops. Oh, it's just a small overlap. That's the problem. It's tough to be a Skyrim modder sometimes. So I think it looks real nice. Now the question, could we get the king in here? The Amidian-born Solstheim landscape. Could be. But in any case. Gaming Terry, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. I'm going to be signing off. I'm actually over schedule, so to speak, but I mean, I'm just kind of working at the moment anyway, so I figured if I'm going to just be experimenting with textures, might as well do it on stream, right? So I just stick to editing existing things. Oh yeah, whether or not it's stinky now is a different question entirely. I gotta say, I really appreciate your description of this as stinky. It really does it for me. I have no reason to go and try it out. Dylan B. Perry, when do you see yourself getting to the gameplay features of the port? I mean, just once they're all in there, once all the mods are in there, then you start conflict resolving and building out features, and you know how it goes. 81A. Dun, dun, dun. You mean showing them off on stream? I mean, I could do that. There's not really a whole lot that I can do when the features aren't in there yet. See, look at this. You can see there's blended roads. We're in a project, expert modder. Merging with VC allows me full control over what's being put in the system. Make sure I don't foobar my ESM, which I've heard can happen very easily with XEdit merging. Huh. Couldn't say. Yeah, so we got these textures. And the second I enable, what's it called? Nordic HQ. I think that's when I'm getting those snowy roads. Oh boy. Ow. Yes, this is a cool little device. Okay. Well, what else were we looking at? I think that should call it for me. I do have some other things. I got to get a workout in as well with my amazing Ring Fit adventure. So that's a reason for me to exit the stream. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Had a really, really fun time as per usual. I will be streaming at the same time tomorrow and Thursday, which is probably going to be my new schedule. I'm trying to get that sick affiliate status. So I will be around at noon again tomorrow. If you guys are around, I'd love to see you there. And thank you for tuning in. If you got any questions for me, feel free to shoot them at me right now before I go. Else you can catch me tomorrow, or you can catch me on Twitter. You can hit me up on Twitter or on Instagram, on Reddit. You can hit me up on Discord. You hit me with that WhatsApp. You can message me on Habbo Hotel. Got my Club Penguin. Really just whatever works best for you, you know. Hazard, how long do you plan spending on texture and landscape overhauls? Hazard, it's not the only thing that I'm doing. There's a lot of other stuff in here too that I've looked at. But that shit matters to me, so I'm going to spend about as long as it takes. That's what I'd say. Pretty much every time I use Xedit merging for ESM, if foo bars, if you're merging into an ESP, then yeah. But I'm really just going through and evaluating all the different mods. Just some of them happen to be textures. I was talking specifically new lands, project merging. You guys can still keep chatting even if I exit the stream, right? Hopefully. You guys can figure it all out. Well, anyway, thank you guys for joining me very much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you at the same time tomorrow. Yes, also Finn is correct. Landscape and textures are the easiest to showcase in a stream. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you next time.